We're live from Las Vegas for the National Horseplayers Championship, but today is actually the day before it starts, the calm before the storm, but it's really not common here, Rachel. It's the last chance, first chance qualifier.
Woo! The energy, people, I think that there's a lot to be said for, your last chance to get your hands on an entry. I don't know. There's been a lot of hooting and hollering. I don't know how it's going. Alexa is actually playing, trying to earn her seat. What's the update there?
Doing good. I've hit some bets. I've lost some bets. I've hit half my bets. I still have 4 left, so I can still get in. But we don't know till the very end. And we're actually pretty far along in the tournament. This is not the beginning. I'm joined by Gino Buccola from the Daily Racing Forum, and of course you've heard Rachel from America's Best Racing. Gino, is this the first time on one of our shows?
I think the first time actually hosting with you, which is awesome. I've been like a guest or maybe interviewed with Dan here and there at certain times, but I'm excited, and I get to be sitting right in the middle of 2 very sharp ladies who know their handicapping, and we're going to have some fun. She's excited. Alexa's excited.
Gino, when I tell you I know nothing of real strategic handicapping, I'm the vibes girl, okay? Yeah. I'm here to keep a finger on the pulse, the Vegas scene, what all the happenings are.
So I was hearing off camera some of the stories from last night, and you're gallivanting. So I know you're like the party one.
Oh my gosh! When I tell you I have 2 brain cells to rub together, I was up until 4 a.m. last night in Vegas, and not in the way you might think. It was a late arrival, getting in, and ultimately had to swap some hotel rooms around. But apparently that's a big part of the Vegas culture. If you guys didn't know, that the hotel check-in lines are like historically super long everywhere.
Yep.
And so I made some adjustments, ended up taking a shower, trying to go to bed in my new ADA accessible room, and ended up flooding my entire bathroom. I'm not joking you, like an inch of standing water. So when I say I was up until 4 a.m., I was actually starfish on the floor of my bathroom with all 6 towels, just trying to mop things up. I was on the verge of a crash out, you guys, but I'm here.
Well, you look
ready to go.
You look great. You look pumped. I mean,
just sleeping pancaked on the floor in standing water. It was really good. It was also almost like a hyperbaric experience, just floating in my bathroom standing water on the floor.
Well, I think that means you probably have spent all your bad luck, and you should get to the slot machines or the blackjack tables after the tournament. And say, universe, you owe me one.
Absolutely.
Which is the perfect mindset to go into gambling with.
No, and that's where I'm really at. I'm like, I deserve this. Before that, also for context, not 1, but 2 of the wheels on my carry-on suitcase fully disintegrated off of my suitcase while I was mid-connection, hustling from one terminal to the other yesterday. And I was
like, bingo card.
I was crouched over on the ground trying to scrape together my little wheels, the remnants of them, and one of the janitors pushing a cart through the airport literally stopped and was laughing at me.
Oh, not to help you,
like,
just to laugh?
Yeah, she's like, it's better you found those before me, because I would just throw them away. I always wonder how people lose these wheels and they don't know about it. I'm like, girl, I don't know. So I've been dragging my suitcase around like a dead body through the airport, through Las Vegas, and then that situation, just so that you all know the vibes that are coming in. As Alexa said, I'm ready to be lucky.
Well, okay, so clearly we're ready. Rachel is pumped. We want you all to get pumped, and we have a little fun piece to get you there from some footage we've captured here.
Today is the last chance qualifier, NHC, which is the National Horseplayers Championship. So think of it as basically like the World Series of poker, but for horse racing. I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
This is the main event. This is what we all look for. I've been wanting to play this tournament since I was like 10 years old. A lot of action. You got some nice camaraderie, friendships that you build. It's a great place to be.
Oh, that's the vibes.
The energy.
The energy.
Well, one thing that we do have to add on top of that, and I think I heard his come on, roll a 10. Maybe audio there at the end. A couple years ago, we captured what might have been the greatest gambling reaction of all time at this event. And we had to do Bobby, who had that winning reaction in this tournament. We had to do him a solid and repost that again. So a couple days ago, we put up his famous shake 'em up race reaction. And it has been blowing up all over again on social media. So I think we're nearing 1 million views on Instagram. If you don't know what I'm talking about, follow us on Instagram, obviously, and check out the video. But man,
I saw a comment. We're going to share it with you. Like, you guys are, we're not going to, this isn't just a tease. Don't worry, we'll get there. But I saw a comment on the post, because I can't even count how many times I've watched this, right? Like, I've seen this so many times. But I saw a comment where they said, every time I see this, I have to watch the whole thing. Like, you just know what's coming, and you just got to see it through because it's so
Makes you want to bet a race, too.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like, I want to go bet, I want to root, I want to scream. We've all got our ways that we root horses home, right? Or you're like a snapper, maybe, or maybe you're a whistler, or you swing the program, you know, you're one of those. Whatever you do.
Maybe a jump squatter. You know?
To get the horse home. We see all of it in this ballroom. There's 1,000+ entries in the last chance. And it's the thing that's so crazy is this just keeps growing and growing every single year, 27 years now, and every year it's bigger and bigger and bigger, which means it's harder and harder and harder to win.
It is.
Right?
It is. But we've teased you enough. Here's Shake 'em Up, Bobby.
Throw the stick over the fence, baby, because you didn't need it.
It's the way that I have every single line of that monologue memorized. If I, was auditioning for a role in Hollywood, I would show up and that is the monologue that I'm doing.
I was going to say, there's something like Robin Williams in Birdcage. I'm like getting a flash of like when he's doing Madonna, and Liza going through all the different things, and he's like got his different yells and snaps. Like that was really good, and I agree. I felt something like comic. I think he could be an actor. I really do.
I mean, Bobby's incredible. I'm so bummed he's not here. I was hoping to have him up here on the show, but he's not here this year. So, Bobby, next year, we've got to get you in here. I want everybody who is watching, even if you are here, I bet there's people in the room, keeping tabs on what's going on the show. But if you're not here, you wish you were here, hop in the comments. We want to see what you have to say.
Yeah, maybe whatever your rooting line is.
Yes. Yeah. Gino, are you a program slapper?
I'm more of a I'll get the one phrase and I'm a repeater. I think Dane Cook talks about this quite a lot. Like, I did my best. I'm a get up, and then I'm a number. Get up 5, get up 5, get up 5, get up. That's me. Like, I'm repeating the same thing over and over.
Wow. I always go for like a name because usually I'm betting on a name of a horse, and that's what I find myself doing.
I'll sometimes say the jockeys' names like we're friends. Like, come on, Julian, do it for me one time, Julian. It's like Julian's got no clue that I'm screaming and rooting for. Johnny V, one time for me, buddy, please, Johnny.
You're the one-time guy.
Yeah.
Just once. I love that. That line
one time,
kills
100
me.
times,
Yeah.
right?
Just the one time.
But whenever I'm rooting, I'm always the good guy. One time for the good guys.
Oh.
The good guy. I guess I'm probably the bad guy in somebody else's story.
You are a good guy.
But
I will
maybe I'm the
say,
good.
I love Gino. Gino and I go way back from
Thank
our
you.
time at DRF. Well, he's still at DRF, obviously. But, I mean, he's such a good guy. He's one of those people who, when he wins, he shares the wealth, and he's so fun. But we're also with another good guy. I don't know, Jason, are you a good guy or a bad guy?
I hope so.
He's just the guy. He's not a good guy or a bad guy. He's just the guy.
The guy today, right? Because you're kind of in contention here.
I am. Some important races coming up. Hopefully, I can get a price. I'm right on the bubble right now, so we'll see what happens
What's the
here.
bubble at?
It's hard to say because it's a little bit delayed, but it's somewhere around like $50, $60.
How many of your plays have you played so far?
So I have a few entries.
Okay, so you have a couple entries today.
I have 2 entries with 2 more plays and 1 entry with 3 more plays. The entry with 3 more plays is the one that's doing better.
Okay.
So
This is good.
we'll see.
So you got bullets.
Unfortunately, I'm being forced to play parks, which I never play. So I looked at the races a lot last night at the end, and hopefully I found something that's good. But we have to get lucky. Keep it up.
What was your best bet so far today that shot you up onto the leaderboard?
It wasn't even a best bet. It was actually a bomb at Fairgrounds that ran second. Paid like $13. It's been I've had like probably 4 cashes on each ticket, but it's been very chalky. It hasn't, I think there was a couple prices of maybe 6, 7 to 1, but other than that, there hasn't been anything big, really.
What's your overall tournament experience through the years?
So it's crazy. When I was in college, we actually came here for the NHC, and I didn't know it was the NHC at the time.
Wow.
And then I just really didn't know about contests for a long, long time. And then maybe 10 years ago, some friends were playing, and I saw that there was a lot more going on than I really knew, and so I read up on it, and I got hooked. I was actually trying to take a little break from cash gambling because I wasn't doing very good with my pick 5s and my pick 4s. I was getting beaten
Which
one
are
race.
expensive to put in.
And so I'm like, oh, this is great. I'll play a contest. I only have to pay $100, and I'm going to be busy all day long, and I have to handicap, for 3-4 hours, and we're good. And that's when I got hooked trying to qualify for this, and so it's...
Which is something that a lot of people watching at home might not know. We really haven't prefaced exactly what is happening here today or what a handicapping contest is. So obviously, I'm no expert in the fields, but my cliff notes of the scenario today is basically in contests, you are playing with a small bankroll, correct? It's, in this tournament, a $2 win place bet on your races.
Yeah.
And you're working with that small amount of money. So basically there's no, I'm going to put $50 on this long shot to win. You can't do that. The playing field is leveled. Everybody only has that $2 win place bet to work with throughout the day to try and build their bankroll up. So even though the leader of this tournament in a couple days is probably going to be sitting around $200 and some odd, what they're going to win and take home is over $800,000. And today, I believe the prize for this is how much?
You know what? I haven't seen
30 grand.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
30 grand.
There's, I think, I should have the sheet with me, I don't, but I think it's like $175,000-ish in the prize pool. So not only are you playing to win into tomorrow in the national championships, there's cash up for grabs. So I think like the top 3 people are in the 20 to 30 grand range. It's pretty juicy.
Yeah, which is awesome. So basically the synopsis on tournaments and playing like this is it's more important to kind of be unique and get those long shots when they count than necessarily being right. Whereas at the racetrack, you could bet $100 on the favorite to win, and you're still going to take home a good amount of change. That doesn't really have a huge impact here. So why people are losing their minds is because a lot of times these change-making races, it's a long shot that's winning. So the people really stand out who are rooting their horse home, and one good play today could change everything, and one miss shakes everything up.
And Jason, what I like about the format of these contests today and the NHC, it gives everybody a fair chance, right? Because everybody's dealing with the same $2 to win in place on horses. They have mandatory races. It's not, for me, what's tough in a contest sometimes, I'm not a huge bettor, right? So like when you are playing sometimes in like a BCBC or contest like that, and you have to start betting $100 trifectas or $1,000 exactas, when you're not used to betting with that type of money, it becomes a little different. Here, it's like everybody's on the same playing field. If you have a good day, you can have a good day and you could win this thing.
Yeah, this is like, if you compare it to racing, this is like a marathon grass race. This format, some people like it, some people don't. They prefer cash. This format is good for people that don't wager a lot of cash, like big amounts of cash. But you still have to know what you're doing and you have to do your work because there's so many races over 3 days. You're not gonna get lucky over and over and over again. So you do need to pick winners. You do obviously want to have long shots. Everybody's yelling. I don't even know what's running right now.
I think
it's Oaklawn. We've got in the bottom corner there the race. It looks like the 4-1. Did you have anything in that, Jason?
I did not. No. I'm waiting for the later races. But yeah. So this thing, you have to be a good handicapper. It's a separator. It really is because of the length and the amount of races that that there are. So you still have to pick those 5-to-1 shots, 6-to-1 shots. And one of the things I learned early on when I was playing this tournament, I qualified, I want to say the second year, I think I was trying. And I just thought, like, I have to find bombs. And you obviously do find them and you use them when you find them, but you
force yourself.
You force yourself sometimes, especially in mandatory races that are really wide open. You don't want to be on the favorite because if it's wide open, the favorite's going to get you nowhere, and the horse that's a price is going to leave you way, way behind. So a lot of strategy, but you still have to pick winners, obviously. So
as the millennials used to say, I don't know if this is still a thing, but sometimes you just got to send it in these tournaments. You can't play it safe. It's kind of an adrenaline rush like that. So can you talk a little bit more about your strategy? Everyone here has their own angle and their own way of picking horses. Some people use algorithms, some people use tools like those that are provided by DRF. But I see some paper in front of you.
Yeah.
A real pen to paper handicapper?
Yeah, so I was just talking to some of my friends earlier this morning. I'm a little bit old school when it comes to the pen and paper. I don't know what it is with my brain. I have an iPad, I have a pen. I try to do it electronically, but for whatever reason, writing it down on paper just
doesn't register. It sinks into your brain when you're writing it down.
I hate having to carry around all the paper, but I don't know. It's just a weird thing. But I use a lot of different things. Speed figures, obviously. Nowadays, there's a lot of speed figures out there. You could find 10, 15 ways to go. That's obviously key. You have to find one that you like, that you trust, stick with it. And then watching races, making notes, doing a lot of work ahead of time. A lot of work for these races this week have been done weeks in advance. So it's kind of it's just a big puzzle that, it's fun to put together and try to figure out.
The process. If you don't really like the process, you're probably not going to be that successful of a horse player, really, or a gambler, because the process is a lot of it, is where you're finding those things, like you said. You're finding something in the replay. You're finding something when you're looking in the past performances. So it's a fun process, but it's nice because, Alexa, I was telling you, my dad just qualified for the first time. He's here
qualified
on Sunday.
You can get two entries.
The last two contests that were available on horse tourneys, he won the two of them. So he's never been here either. So he's like a sponge right now, like listening to everybody's analysis.
I thought that was you.
I know everybody did think it was me, and I had to say, no, my dad, he's the one that got him.
Did you think about, you got the same name, so did you think
I was
about
like, Dad, I'm
taking
going to push you out, and I'm just going to go in. Because if I show up first, they're not going to know it's me. They're going to think it's me. They won't know it's you. But Dad's sitting over there, and I'm so interested in hearing all the different players and like their process, what they do, what's worked for them.
I have to get your dad on the show.
Yeah, we'll get him on. I think I might be able to pull some strings and get that interview one of these next days.
Put in a good word.
Which came first? Did you get him into this, or did he get you into this?
My mom and dad met each other at Santa Anita. Mom,
like they were both attendees?
My mom sold the
Good
digest
story.
right out in front of the racetrack at Santa Anita. My dad was a gambler, and he's a general contractor. So the way his work schedule is, he goes to work from like 6 to like 1 every day. Perfect timing to be done and go right to the track. It's like clockwork. So he would be going to the races at Santa Anita every day, and he'd walk in, and he'd always flirt with my mom. But as Alexa and Rachel know,
slow burn.
Being a girl at the racetrack, you're probably going to get hit on a few times here and there. So my mom was used to that. So she would kind of laugh and roll her eyes. But there was one day that they were waiting on a horse that my dad and my grandpa owned. And he went and he bet 50 to win on the horse, and he gave her the ticket. And he said, this horse is going to win today, and you're going to come out on a date with me later tonight. And the horse won and paid a couple grand. So she had the money, and I'm very lucky that won, or else I'm not sitting here today talking to you guys.
That is the best story that I've ever heard. That's probably the most romantic meet at the horse races story of all time.
Was literally bred for it.
And
Yeah.
he built that
Talk
brick
about sending it in,
foundation
right?
brick by brick. And we love that confidence. Can you imagine if it was a miss?
Oh, I know. That would have been.
Cease to
And
We
he's
might
gonna
not
have
be
to
sitting here with Gino.
Right, you were not me here, and he'd have to see her every day going back in, right? And she'd be like, "Oh, hey, what about that?" But so good luck, Dad, and it worked out then. Hopefully, it works
Such
out
a
again
great
this weekend.
story. I hope he's just as lucky securing a strong position here today.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Jason, we don't want to keep you too long. I know you're like locked in. Do you want to give us one of your plays so we can root for you coming up?
So, like I said, Parks Race 10. It's a race I would never play any other day of the year, but I'm taking 2 shots in here. It's a wide open race. It's a $75,000 claimer with a lot of questions. I think the 9-horse Happy Flyer has a big shot at a price. Showed speed last time. I think it's going to be close again today. The 6-horse Real Blues, I think, also has a shot. Was given too much to do last time, so if there's some speed up front, I think Real Blues could fall into a good spot. I think they'll both be prices.
10 to 1 on the 6 right now.
If either of them, the 9's 12 to 1. So if either of them can get up, I should be in a good spot. So.
Okay, so 6 and 9.
Double-digit prices on
9.
both of them.
All right, we will keep that in mind. I saw our potential next guest wandering around looking lost, so I might send Jason over there. Jason, can you find Kerry Bassore? He's over there. He's got long hair. He won this thing last year, so we want to hear from him. Yeah, but he's kind of like that away. Anyway, okay, Jason Avila, we will be watching the 6 and 9. Those are decent prices. I've got 3 plays left.
Okay, and what's the strategy for you?
Well, you heard Jason say the cutoff, the bubble right now is like $50. Yeah, but that's so low. Like last year, the cutoff was $90, and typically it kind of stays the same. It has been a really low scoring day, so we might see lower scores come in, but I am at 44.
And you already made all your plays early in the day, right?
I had to be focused. I got to be locked in because I'm on here. So, I mean, you might see me run off the set to go change a play if I need to. But
I'll see her root on set as well.
You will. I did great. My first 3 bets, 3 for 3, hit them all. I hit a 7 to 1, a 2 to 1, and a 5 to 2, which aren't incredible odds. I mean, 7 to 1 was really good. So I've got 3 left. They're all pretty decent odds. I've got a 20 to 1 morning line. I think like an 8 to 1, and then maybe another 8 to 1. So I've got some prices. I probably need 2 of them, honestly, in order to get in.
I'm sure you've told the story before, but for the people that are watching and listening right now, 2 years ago, you had a really good showing at the NHC.
You're bringing up my bad beats.
The
NHC.
You had a really good showing at the NHC 2 years ago.
I did.
You cashed. You were into the final day. We were following along with you. We had some videos showing your progress. It was a really nice weekend for you.
It was a good weekend, but the thing was I had a really hot Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a cold Sunday, so I did really good in the last chance. Really good the first 2 days of NHC, and then I just couldn't bring it home for that 4th day. So,
but
I still did good.
The cutoff, you get a certain amount of money, right? Just by getting to Sunday.
I cleared close to $25,000 on that weekend, which is stellar.
Incredible.
We bought a hot tub. We know
so that's
that.
what is another thing that's so incredible about this tournament. It's going to be on Sunday. The winner is going to get something over $800,000, but there's $5 million in prizes paid out over the few days. So there are so many people that are going to take home a big chunk of change with them or possible spots into future tournaments. So it's not just that winner or the top few. There are a lot of people in this tournament that end up making some money and that get nice seats for future tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it keeps growing, right? Every year there's more and more people here. We've got over 1,000 entries in it today. And the room keeps growing. We've got, more entities involved, which we love. This year, the show is brought to you in partnership by the Daily Racing Forum, the NCRA, America's Best Racing, and MorningLine.io. And MorningLine.io is a new company. It's like a stock market for racehorses. Let your skills as a handicapper be your advantage and dominate the action. Get in before the big race. Buy the shares today in Kentucky Derby hopefuls, Universe, and Blackout Time, along with many other talented horses. Buy, sell, trade, own the game.
Own the game.
Own the game. So this is really cool. I mean, this is a new platform where you can buy horses. Like your
stock market.
It's like a stock market. You actually are owning a share of that horse and able to trade it in real time. So you could buy a horse. I bought a share in Very Connected, which was a horse on the Derby Trail. Didn't do so great in Saudi Arabia, but I was out there, and so I literally bought a share of the horse right before the race, which is so cool. Like, there's never been an opportunity like that before where you can get involved like that. And we do have a feature that we did with them out there, so I'd love to show y'all.
We are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in the middle of a Saudi Cup day. Hello, my name is Francisco Serrano, and I'm an assistant trainer to Kenemy Peak. We came here last year, and I had the opportunity to come to the Middle East for the first time. But this year, we're bringing a Kentucky Derby prospect, Very Connected, and we're very excited. You know, he adapted pretty quickly, and I got acclimated to the weather, to the different time change. Even for them, I think it's a little different, but he traveled well since leaving Fairgrounds to Miami and Miami to Riyadh. I think he checked off all the boxes. Very Connected's favorite new thing is to roll in the red sand. He's loved that. He's training super. Really, I think we're seeing a horse that's maturing at the right time, and he's definitely shown that he's more focused. Morning Line offers a lot of great horses that we have currently. You could build a portfolio, and the horses are basically stocks. It's a great way for people to get involved.
I'm now a racehorse owner of Very Connected. I just went to morningline.io and bought a share of them.
Perfect. Very fast, man. I just rolled one, you rolled two. Shukran. You know, I think we all do it for, to possibly have a Kentucky Derby starter or Kentucky Oaks starter, but, now it's the first year they're having points for the Derby here, so it's, to be able to compete here at the highest level, I think it's very unique, but now that there's Derby points on the line, I think it makes it even more fun and exciting. This is basically a curry brush. It helps create circulation and also pick up any debris and sand or whatever it may be. They bring us out a little bit earlier than when we go to the parade for the paddock, but it's just, again, to have everyone in one place. Great. Yes, look, we're cutting back. He's gone amount of 16, 2 turns. Now this time is a 1 turn. I think with the blinkers, he's going to show a little bit of speed, but, I think there's going to be even more speed. Brake well, get in position early, and save some run. Shukran to you. Yes. Let's do it, okay? Let's do it.
And they all get away. Cheyenne was a little bit rousted as Obliteration shows good speed, also showing good speed. Satono Voyage, acknowledge me please, in the purple colours. Out wider is Kea Agito, who just drops behind Best Green. So as they settle down, Obliteration, acknowledge me please, Satono Voyage. Wider out the left-hand side, Best Green in company with Kea Agiram and Tuajeri. Round the bend, 5 deep for the lead here. Obliteration on the inside of Satono. Al Haram thrusting down the outside, battling back Obliteration, but it's Al Haram right over the top, who will win the Saudi Derby.
Well, he had a clean break, and he was able to tuck him in early and looked like he was in a good spot. There was quite a bit of speed in front of him, but I thought he was going to give him a little bit better response. He ended up taking him outside, and it looked like he was coming, but he just kind of stayed grinding. Good horses from all over the world come here and compete, so anytime you got a spot here, just to be able to bring him here to the races, it's exciting. We'll talk to Adel, see what he thinks, and we'll go from there.
Super cool experience. First of all, getting to go to Saudi Arabia, see racing on the global scene, and then buy a share of a racehorse right in the middle of the action. So morningline.io, check it out. But we've been joined by royalty. It's Kerry Bassore. Is Bassore the right way to say your last name? Sure, yeah. Okay, Kerry won this thing last year, the Last Chance, First Chance. Kerry, talk to us. How did that happen?
I don't even know last year. I was trying to remember earlier, actually. I hit a couple of long shots, Fairgrounds, I remember, and I was up in the top, and towards the end, I remember making a play, or at the end of the contest, there was 2 races going off at the same time, and I decided to go with the lesser price horse instead of the higher price horse. And luckily he won, and the odds floated up just a little bit, enough for me to win by like 30 cents or something.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
That's
30 cents margin. That's
Incredible.
great.
And that's tough to do in these tournaments. Sometimes play the lower odds is honestly frowned upon sometimes, right? Like people think, oh, we got to go for the long shots.
It really is, and you got to play just who you like, and which I didn't really do today. I was playing long shots. Doing horrible today, but.
Well,
Did you have last year, were you qualified for the NHC, or were you trying to win your way in?
I was qualified already, so I got a second seat.
And a nice bonus. How much did you earn for winning this last year?
I think it was $27,000.
What did you do with that? Any gifts that you had to buy anybody? Any treats for yourself?
Yeah, well, I tried to save it as long as I could, and I used it to buy into the Breeders' Cup contest as well. So because I never won a seat for
responsible
that.
better right here. Save it. You saved that for
Churn it right on over.
6 months, 7 months. That's some restraint.
And reinvested it
I love
into the wagering. Good on you. I don't know that if I came into that money overnight, especially being in Las Vegas of all places, I might have to go on a shopping spree. But
It takes a little while to get the money. My wife was out shopping, so
there it is.
so
It was
she
spent
was
before you even got it, right?
So she spent some of it. Yeah.
So what is your tournament experience like? How long have you been a contest player? When did you get into it?
I think I actually got into it on Twin Spires a long time ago. Like they had a 5,000 a weekly Saturday deal where they had contests, and I started doing that when they first allowed like ADWs into New Mexico. I remember, because I'm from New Mexico. So, and I won that like 3 times. I won like $5,000 3 times. So I was like, wow, this could be hooked. So I started trying to get into the NHC then as well. So like 10 or 12 years, I think I've been.
And prior to that, would you typically go to the track and just bet on races? Like, how did you discover the tournament side? Was it through a friend, or that you found the Twin Spires side, or you just?
I used to gone to the racetrack my whole life, basically, and I used to see back in the day where they had in the back of the racing forum, they would have the NHC Tour kind of a listed contest on there, because then that was before the online contest. So they had a little chart of where the contest would be, and none of them were ever close to New Mexico, so I could never go to them. And then I did try to qualify once on the AQHA. The American Quarter Horse Association had an online contest for, anyway, I almost made it that year, but so that's how I was aware of the contest. And then once they started doing it online, that's how I was able to start doing it mostly.
That's great.
So you're not in it to win it today. I mean, you were. It didn't pan out. But how are you preparing for tomorrow? What kind of strategy? And have you ever cashed in the actual NHC before?
I haven't cashed yet, so that's really my goal, and that was kind of my goal every year. Because
how many years have you been qualified?
I think this is my 9th time.
Wow, so impressive.
Awesome.
So, but it's tough. It's hard to get. I've been up there in the top. I think last year I was in like up to as high as 17 with a few races to go, and then these long shots hit from Turfway, and just kept dropping down. I was going, oh, here we go again. But
go ahead, Rachel.
What I love is how vivid the recollection is, and we'll probably consistently see this as a pattern, as far as it's almost like talking to, the Olympic team that wins gold. They're like, here's the play-by-play of
especially
every
when
little
you lose.
move, the person.
You remember the losses more, right? Like even worse than the ones that you win.
And it's the same thing. You knew. You were like, it was Turfway. Some things rolled in from there. I was this spot on the leaderboard. It's this really is probably one of the most vivid tournament environments where all of those key moments really stand out and build the success stories, or missed it by that much.
What was that moment like when you won a year ago today?
It's just kind of unreal because I was, like I said, I played the lower shot, not knowing, just hoping to stay up in the money somewhere, knowing that I'd probably get a seat anywhere. But and then when it popped up that I'd actually passed, I think a couple people or something, I was like, yeah.
So were you freaking out on the outside? Because you seem like a pretty unflappable guy. You seem pretty calm, cool, collected. Was that the exterior, and on the inside you were panicking, or did you start jumping around a little bit?
I don't recall jumping around anything.
There was no shake 'em up. No, none of that.
No, not that I remember, unless there's video or something.
Yeah, video or it didn't happen right there. Well, we're really excited to hopefully watch you climbing on the leaderboard the rest of this weekend and get you one of those big rings. Did you see that in the front here? I'm going to see. Now, NTRA might be mad at me. Hopefully this can happen, and if not, we'll have our videographer take a video of it. But we've got like the Eclipse Award, the actual like Super Bowl ring that you get when you win this damn thing, and it is blinging. I said if a woman wins, we gotta do a more feminine cut here, but like
I don't know. I would just have that thing on my middle knuckle. I'd be fist bumping everyone everywhere.
Around my neck like a necklace.
Something like that. Actually, funny enough, the great glory in my family, a couple months ago, my dad submitted chili in a chili cook-off at his work, and they had a Super Bowl type bedazzled ring for it that said like chili champion or something. When I tell you, my dad, he won, and not saying we love to win in the Miller family. However, he wore his chili cook-off ring everywhere for, I'm not even joking you, at least a couple weeks. And I think that he still might break it out from time to time just so that people can ask him like, whoa, is that a Super Bowl ring? And then they look closer and he's like, yeah, chili champion. You want the recipe? So, Dad, if you're watching somewhere, have Mom put in the chat the status of the chili cook-off ring. So anyways, that would be my vibe with the ring. You got to rock it. You got to wear it. But
I'll try.
Well, best of luck tomorrow. Thank you again for hopping on and joining us. And who knows, we might hear a big reaction from you over there. I think that maybe you did have a big woohoo moment when you won last year, but you just blacked out a little bit maybe.
Okay, we'll check the video.
Check the tapes. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, Kerry.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. True. From the winner. Okay, I have a couple things. One, I see your comments. Is there a kind of leaderboard? We want to see how people are doing. Yes, there is. Here it is. We've got, I don't know, let me see, when it says it was refreshed. It says 7 minutes ago. So Michelle Mount, sounds like a lady's at top, which we love that. Mike Mulvihill's in 8th. Charles Bernhardt.
Oh, in race 10 at Parks is happening right now, by the way, which
also,
Jason has in.
I'm going to need you guys to hold down the fort because I just got word one of my picks has scratched.
So you need to go put that in.
I need to go change my picks, but you guys cheer on Jason, race 10, and we'll leave the leaderboard up as well.
Yeah, and if you ever want to check out the website, ntra.com, has the leaderboard and has a lot of the rules. If you're curious about the mandatory races, if you ever want to follow along with everything, you can do so over at ntra.com. So, yeah, as Alexa exits the desk to go make a change right here, it's Rachel and I holding things down. And we're going to be rooting for Dan.
Do we have a feed of the races?
Yeah, we have
in the show. If it's not in there, let's get that dropped in. Because Parks is happening. So if you guys can see the races, you might be able to see
Parks 10th, because it's an important race for Jason.
What
right?
the reactions are. Okay, can you remember what Jason's
6 and 9. Those were the 2 horses. He has a couple different entries. So 6 and 9 were the 2 that he was looking at. And look at how great our producers are. You call for it, they give it to you, they show you the upcoming races right now.
I'm so happy in this work environment.
Sometimes you don't know if they're listening to you, but we know they're listening to us.
No,
so that's amazing.
I just go, Garçon. Okay. So who is this? The 8? I don't know that I'm seeing. So the Parks feed is in the upper right quadrant. And it looks like
8.
I'm not seeing this.
We're getting some late movement from the 2 horses that Jason liked, right? Those were both the 6 and the 9 moving, I think?
I think that might be the
5 and the 6? Okay, so.
And the 9 was in last.
Tight photo for the second spot. The 8 was the winner there at Parks in race number 10. So Parks is finishing up their day, but we still have a lot of action coming up. Just kind of looking around the board at what races are coming up next. We have Gulfstream, 10th race, 13 minutes away, and Oaklawn is an important race coming up in just a few moments. So if you are following along with any of your friends and family, best of luck to all of them out there. We hope that you get back in. We hope that they were able to qualify and get into the tournament for tomorrow, where they'll be playing for $800,000 plus to the winner and all sorts of different payouts for people who are going to be finishing underneath. Oaklawn Park is coming up as we bring in our next guest to talk with us. And
Crabs!
As we get Crabs set up, Rachel, introduce our guest here.
Well, Crabs, welcome aboard.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For anyone who might not be familiar, I would say that your work on the internet is mostly in the sports betting space.
Yeah.
But maybe not specifically just horse racing. This is a little bit newer to you, but your first time in a contest. Tell us how the day has been, your impressions of everything. How's it working out?
I mean, it's been incredible. I would like to do these again, that's for sure. Very, very fun. Started out hot, 2 wins, went 2-0 to start out.
I saw you celebrating over there.
I thought this was easy. I thought I was going to win the whole thing, come in first, win $30K. No, not looking like it right now, but we're hanging in there. I got 1 more race left. I got to take a long shot because I'm like 100th right now overall, which is still pretty good for a first-time tournament, I feel like.
Yeah, no,
Pretty
seriously.
good.
How many entries total were in this today?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000 and you're 100th.
You're in
10%.
I'm in the competition, but that's top 10%.
So
that's
you've been out in the field with Dan Tordjman, who might be joining us later today. What's his position on the leaderboard? Do you know?
I don't know, and I don't want to roast him, but I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very good right now.
Not
but
good karma either, right?
We got some races left.
Yeah.
We got some time.
There's time yet. But I don't know. What were your expectations coming into this? Were there any?
No, but I'm impressed for sure. To walk in here this morning, everybody's already sitting down, locked in, drinking coffee. Some people are having some beverages as they should. I mean, so many people here. I've just been very impressed overall by the whole set. You got drinks, you got foods, great vibes so far.
So very different to. What are some of the other sports that you really focus in on betting, and how's this different?
College basketball. I've come out here in Vegas for some March Madness watch parties. It's very similar to what we're having here right now, where a lot of people sitting around. You know, you're not betting every single game, but you're getting some action, and you're all sweating it out together. When there's an intense moment, the crowd's going nuts in March Madness buzzer beater. Much like down the stretch here, I feel like on the races, people are going crazy. You know, right at the end. Very, very similar to a March Madness watch party, I'd say.
Ooh, so if this doesn't work out, is that what you're transitioning over to, as maybe betting on basketball?
If my CBB picks aren't good, maybe I'll just do the horse stuff full time.
We got the brackets come out on Monday, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. We'll roll it right over for next week.
Yeah.
What was your level of horse racing knowledge, handicapping? Like, how hardcore of a handicapper are you before coming to this tournament?
I've been to a couple races. I've been to Saratoga, which is great. I've been to the Preakness, had a great time there. And then I'm always betting on the big 3 races, for sure, since probably college. But I've never done something like this. I've just been so impressed, though, by how this whole operation's running. Very smooth, so easy to use the machines and everything. As a rookie, it could be intimidating before you get in here, but it really has not been at all. It's been easy, had no problems whatsoever, just having a great time.
And everyone's pretty accepting. I feel like this is a tight-knit culture. I would almost describe this as like a high school reunion of sorts. And I don't know if you've gotten that vibe or if you're sharing a table with other people who do this every single year together.
That shocked me the most, not to interrupt, when I came for the first time last year, because I was expecting everybody to be really competitive with each other, right? You're playing against each other, but it's totally the opposite. And I say that as someone who walked into the room with Alexa, who everybody in this room loves like more than anyone.
They all want to tell your picks.
Every single person like loves Alexa so much, and I understand why. She is incredible. But I was expecting it to be like a more competitive vibe, and it's not that way at all. It's exactly like you said. It's like a reunion.
the worst thing that happens is when you've been playing online against these guys for years, and you're like, God damn that person, because they keep beating you, and they keep beating you, and you're like,
the name.
And you're like, mine was Evan Traumer. He's in this room. I was like, Evan Traumer gets me. And then you meet him, and they're the nicest people in the world, and you're like, oh no, I'm still cursing your name, but like, oh man, it really is a good community of people, and it's a big community, but it's at the same time a small community. It's like the same people consistently. You get new people coming in, you got crabs in. But it really is just horse racing in general. It's just all good vibes.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of trash talking. I don't know that the same can be said for the March Madness room. Is it kind of intense?
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you're rooting for your bet, you look over, someone's giving you a dirty look, right? You don't really get that much here. Like, we're making friends over there. I met some people from Canada. It's been a pretty cool experience so far.
I know. I think that there's, 46 states or 49 states represented.
Yeah.
And the youngest competitor here is 21 years old. The oldest is 90 years old. We have a female leading this leaderboard with a pretty strong margin. She's exceeded $90 now. So again, it's a mix of everything. And I feel like that has changed over the years. You two can probably speak to that more, but just this being more inclusive and the tournaments to qualify being much more accessible, like this is a game that's evolving and growing and hopefully has piqued your interest where you might want to
come on with this 6 though. Like
has.
come on with this 6. I got this 13-1 at Oakland. Come on, 6.
Rooted, Alexa.
Get up 6. Come on, 6.
It looks like he's got gas
6.
in the tank.
Oh, he's a goner.
Little flat, late.
3's gonna win. No, the 4 might get there.
Oh, wow, close. 3-4.
Great
No
race.
real big reactions. How you know when a long shot is winning a race is when there's a big boom in the sound.
Especially in a mandatory race, right? When everybody's got the same race and they're all looking at the same thing and there's a big price because you get the half excited and then the groan from all the people that didn't have it. Oh, no, because we're all going to be losing a little bit of ground here. But you're kind of hitting on it, Rachel. What it impresses me, too, this is even like more than a tournament now out here this whole week. From the last chance, first chance, and in the days of NHC, you're getting all these different companies throughout that are involved in the sport of horse racing. They're sending their representatives over. It's like a networking event now, Alexa, where I know people from the DRF come out here because they get to talk with all sorts of people from Twin Spires and First Bed, and we've got Racelens over here and morningline.io and the Thoroughbred Aftercare, and they're all these different major players in the horse racing industry, and they're out here together. It gives everybody a chance to interact. There are very few things like this in horse racing, and it's a lot of fun.
No, it is a lot of fun. Krabs, I feel like you're catching on that this is a fun little world. Have we sucked you into it?
I would love to run this back.
Are you
having a great time?
Are you adding to your calendar, your bucket list calendar for the year, racing events all over the country?
I need to get to the Derby.
Yeah.
That's one I had not been to yet, the big one. I need to get down there.
Can I ask him while we've got him? Right now, I know so March Madness is next week. Do you got a college team that you like? Like for some of the people out there who might want to put a future in? Give us a team or two to
I like this.
the wager on.
I typically don't like taking teams to go back-to-back, but this year, this Florida team that won it last year, they got off to a slow start this year to begin the season, a couple bad losses out of the way, but they are playing great down the stretch. I would not be shocked to see the Gators run it back and win it again this year.
Like that. Gators playing some good ball right now.
Yeah.
And hey, so living in Lexington, our only sport and our only religion is UK. And obviously the football team, but basketball, oh my gosh, that's when they lock in. And Florida, put a hurting on them a couple times this year. So I think that at least in Kentucky, everyone's ready for some vindication, a comeback story. But weirdly enough, UK and Florida is one of the intense rivalries and probably one of the most heated games in Lexington. That's when I'm I'm not going downtown tonight. I don't need to see any brawls in the streets.
I thought you'd be a part of the brawl.
Two of the best teams the last decade.
What's that?
Two of the best teams the last decade, really, in college basketball. Decade and a half.
So where I actually went to college is Oregon State University.
The
The Beavs. And they had kind of one of those Cinderella stories.
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2021. They ended up making it to the Elite Eight, which was genuinely the most insane thing I'd ever seen. When I tell you there was maybe like 30 people that would go to those basketball games at Oregon State, it was just kind of like an afterthought, good baseball team. But I always love, in that sense, to root for the Oregon States of the world, the underdogs.
Yeah.
If there's a good Cinderella story, who is that this year?
Cinderella this year? I kind of like Michigan State, to be honest. Although it's, I guess, a bigger name school, but they haven't done anything in the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 years. I would not be shocked if Sparty does something this year, or Gonzaga that nobody's talking about. They're more of a mid-major. That's probably a better underdog story, but they have yet to actually win a national championship, and their team is very under the radar this year. I would not be shocked to see them make a run.
Okay, I like this.
I had I flipped the script. I didn't go to UK. I went to KU.
Sure.
So
Rock
we
Chalk
had
Jayhawk.
Rock Chalk, baby. We had great basketball. I was there when we did win, and yeah, some crazy times.
How did people celebrate there? Because like I know that UK has their traditions. They like burn couches on the street and stuff. Was there any wild celebration?
So we have a street in Lawrence called Mass Street, and it would just become like unhinged. I don't think there were any like couch burnings, but it's plausible. It's very plausible. Definitely some fireworks, just thousands and thousands and thousands of people crammed into this little street, all getting rowdy, but I don't know.
Greg, a fellow Lexington resident, is saying that they flip cars over on the street.
Wow.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
like climb some telephone poles. I don't know.
People lose their minds over college basketball.
What do you do when you win? Do you have any like rituals celebrating? Do you have a cheering on ritual?
Me personally, when I hit a bet?
Yeah.
No, but I need to work on one.
Are you superstitious?
I need like a home run celebration, or like in baseball when they hit a double, they do a celly. I need to come up with one of those when I hit a bet.
Tomorrow's
in-zone dance.
Friday the 13th, right? Superstitions. We're thinking about. Is there anything like anything
no.
that you
Anything
bad luck, superstitious, anything like that?
I'd say for college basketball, I don't like locking in my bets until like kind of right before. I like to see what the line's doing. Maybe that's not superstitious, but
that's a great
it's
way.
definitely like a strategy, I guess, that I use. I don't like locking them in early because those lines move. Much like these races, the odds are always changing, right? And just like college basketball, the lines are moving like crazy, especially in March.
College and NBA basketball too, like the injury reports come out so late nowadays too, way later than they did previously. So we're going to be locking in. When I get an opportunity, too, I'm going to run over and make a future wager on Florida and
Gators.
maybe on the Gators. Maybe put a few bucks on Michigan State and Gonzaga to maybe make a little bit of a run here, and we can lean on some of your analysis there. But
if it hits, you can take the credit. If it loses, you can just blame craps.
That's the best way that I like to do it. And when you're talking about your superstitions, when my buddy and I used to always gamble, we bet against each other. The key for us was you can't write it down. If you write it down as it's official and circle it before the game's over, then that was like the jinx, right?
Oh yeah.
So we'd always, okay, you got the 5 in this race. We'd circle it as a 5, and then you lost
Sure.
if you did that. So you can't ever
even
count it a
don't even
winner.
acknowledge the winner.
Right? You
Don't
can't
even think
acknowledge
about
the winner until it is the last second of the game or the race. Otherwise, if you say you won before, that's one of my kind of superstitions that like the gambling gods, they're going to get you.
So I see fairgrounds. I don't know if we want to include this. I don't think it's a mandatory, but the horses are headed for home at fairgrounds. If there is any shakeups, we'll hear about it.
And in the bottom left, Gulfstream is 0 minutes to post, which I do have a wager in.
All right, we got to
race.
lock in for these.
Because Gulfstream, the shortest price is 7-2. There could be a lot of movement in this last race.
I was really excited because my horse we got the favorite winning over here. Ooh, it's close. Ooh,
wow.
Photo finish. That was really close. Do you have one more play, Krabs?
I have one race left. I need to go get in the lab because it's my last play. And I need to hit a crazy long shot. So any long shots you guys recommend, I am all ears.
I like the number 6 in Fairgrounds 9, Cozy's Operetta. I think it was really long, maybe 21 Morning Line, not sure, but check that one out.
Okay.
Number 6 in Fairgrounds 9.
Awesome.
All right, thank you, Krabs.
Krabs is also live tweeting his experiences today and everything. What's your handle where they can find you?
At Krabs with a K _Bookits. Check it out. I've been posting about the whole day, having a great time, and I appreciate you guys having me up here.
We love having you.
Krabs.
Yep.
Thanks
Thank you, guys.
so much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Okay, if you are a newbie like Krabs, where you're new to horse racing or handicapping, DRF has a really cool product called, it's really on the nose, DRF Newbie. We're going to show you a little bit about that.
Think horse racing is too complicated? Think again.
And they're off.
Every pro was a newbie once. Meet DRF Newbie, the mobile tool loaded with daily racing form data and the power of DRF AI. Get the insights you need fast so you can play smarter and feel more confident. DRF Newbie, horse racing made simple. Try it free today. Visit newbie.drf.com.
DRF Newbie.
Yeah, I know that around the Derby, the Preakness, the Belmont, the Breeders' Cup races, I have a lot of friends that will text me and ask me, who do you like in this big race? Or I don't know a whole lot about the races. Can you give me a horse? Which I love to do, but I like to be able to now say, hey, I'll give you a horse, and then check out this new product that Daily Racing Form has. It's called DRF Newbie. When you open up the Daily Racing Form past performances sometimes, we heard the word intimidating, right? I agree. Like, you see a lot of numbers. It's like hieroglyphics for someone that hasn't opened it. DRF Newbie, totally different. It's a graph. It's got colors. It's very easy to look at and to understand. So if you're someone who hasn't dived into the past performances all that much, but you want to learn more about racing, go to DRF Newbie, and that'll help you take that next step to get into the more advanced past performances.
And I came unprepared. Like, I wanted to screenshot. Here, I'm going to try to do it on the phone. No, it's only on mobile, right? DRF AI?
Or is it
on
Gulfstream race
desktop, too?
is about to go off, too.
Yeah. So
we want to bring that into this.
I'm hoping we're going to integrate a little bit of this DRF AI in this situation, because we all know AI is kind of taking over the world. My Alexa AI, which I call her Echo because it would get confusing, got suddenly smart. Like, she was dumb. She was real dumb. She couldn't do anything for me. She was nothing like chat. And then they did some kind of update, and I asked her yesterday or the day before, can you integrate with my Outlook, calendar? And she was like, yes, I can integrate with your Outlook calendar. But I can't read your emails, which is probably good for privacy, and also good because I would be judging your coworkers' passive-aggressive comments, and also probably make a drinking game about how often I read the words synergy and circle back. And I was like, okay, that's funny, but what is happening?
Whoa.
She's trying to be witty.
Wow.
Anyway.
Personality from her?
Huh?
Personality, I know.
I'm like,
It's
oh
all
my
sassy.
God.
It has to be stopped.
What do I got here? I got the one at Gulfstream on the bottom left. It's sitting on the rail, sitting in about third place right now. And the pink and yellow silks. Let's go, Caracas.
Venezuela, right?
Caracas, Venezuela.
The capital.
It is. I don't know. It's kind of pinned in a bit. Uh-oh. No, he still got horse. Let's go. This is a pretty pivotal moment for me in this tournament, I will say, because I've only have 2 more plays after this, and I need another $50 on my ticket.
Right.
He looks ready. Oh, corner.
Got to find a way.
Find some room.
Find a way through.
Find some room. Come on, one.
Find a way through for Alexa.
Get out there. Get up, one.
Angle out. Angle out.
Angle. Close.
One. Come on, one. Get up, one. Get up, one. Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
Ace job. Nicely done. Awesome.
He did it.
Awesome.
Oh my God, it went off 5-2.
Got hammered late, but hey, winner.
All of that for a 5-2, but you know what? A winner's a winner.
Winners, and there's nothing like that feeling.
What was that original price?
12-1.
Oh my God.
I think, and then, let's see, what is this? Gulfstream 10. This horse was originally 12-1 morning line. This, I think, was a first-time starter. Was this a first-time starter?
Girl, I'm not the one to
Second
ask.
time. The horse hasn't run in about a year. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so off long.
And this horse came out of that really good race with Flood Zone. Great job for trainer Brian Lynch getting this horse ready off that long layoff. And that was a good ride. You got a good trip, waited. As soon as the room came, you angled around. Everything went perfectly in that race.
It went perfectly except for the odds dropping, but you know what? We'll take it. We're still going to need to hit these next two, though, because I don't think that's going to be quite enough money for me. But
a win is a win.
A win is a win. Cheers.
Ding.
What is this? Why don't we have drinks?
Yeah.
I've been asking myself that same question, especially as we're watching our boss, having a nice beer wager.
And we're the non-contest players, so we can really
production assistant
imbibe
a little
again
bit more, Yeah.
And it ain't gonna take much after what
happened last night.
We've been told that
out, we're all tired.
You're
right?
our production assistant, and we need
I'm not
drinks.
the biggest guy. 1 or 2 drinks, it goes right through me. I'm feeling good. No problem. What's the drink of choice for you?
Ooh, so I am a big bourbon girl.
Sure.
And I feel like
Rachel wants bourbon. What do you want? We're putting an order in. We got an order in. I would love a margarita.
Hey, I don't know what the selection is over there. My contacts are failing me. I can't see farther than 2 feet.
I think it's a pretty
in
full
front of me. Dealer's choice. Maybe some bourbon on the rocks with some little ginger ale on the side.
On the sides.
Because then you can control the ratio. Sometimes it's like a mimosa that's like 85% orange juice and 10% whatever the rest of 85% is, champagne. No.
I'll go whiskey and Coke.
I want the ratios different. Whiskey and Coke? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I see our guest over here. Our next guest, he seems locked in, though. But whenever he's ready, come on up. Man. That was a lot of cheering.
Going on in. I know. My heart is still racing.
Heart's still racing.
A good guest to talk about, because I think people, if you follow ABR, if you follow Daily Racing Form and some of our socials, you've probably seen Morning Line IO pop up. And you may not know what it is. You've seen the ad, or maybe you had some questions about it, and we have someone that's going to join us in just a moment that'll be perfect to tell us a little bit more about Morning Line IO.
We got Joel Funk here, which, I've been emailing you, we've been chatting, we've had some calls. I got to say, we love your name. Funk is just like the best kind of last name. I'm Zepp, which is also kind of unique, but love it. You are the CEO.
That's what they call me,
Owner.
CEO. Yeah.
The boss man of MorningLine.io. What? Well, first of all, before we get to that, how's your first NHC experience treating you?
Really good. Yeah. This is a great event. I had no idea what was at stake here until I walked in the room, and then, you look behind you and you see all these people, and they're all out for the same thing. So it's pretty cool.
It is cool. Now, you opted out of playing in the last chance today. What are you regretting that? Are you glad?
Of course, being a horse lover and just a big fan of the game, definitely regret not playing. But, this is our first one here, and we were here to really try to get the word out about morningline.io to, a new audience as well.
So tell us a little bit. We've talked a little bit about it. We did show the feature that we did in Saudi Arabia with Very Connected. But tell us a little bit more about what it is and what the kind of brainchild was in creating this product.
Yeah, so at its very core, it's a stock market for horse racing, right? And I don't think there's anything out there today that allows you to capture the value of a horse from race to race. And as we all know, as a horse goes up in class, the value, also goes up, right? Or if you look at stallion potential or broodmare potential, there's a lot after the racing career as well. And I think that giving fans, giving users the opportunity to participate in that in a real way, the idea really came to me when I was at the Keeneland sale 4 years ago now. And first of all, I was amazed with, how much money was in the room and how much money was being spent. Everyone was saying recession, 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 right? And then here we are in this little town of Lexington, Kentucky, and $400 million are being spent on horses. And I was blown away. And I started thinking, and I was like, you know what though? Like, no one is capturing the value from race to race. They're all, they're buying and or these owners are coming and buying. But for someone who doesn't want to spend, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $1 million, or can't, right? There's other great programs out there, don't get me wrong. But I think our idea, our concept gives them a little bit more control over their portfolio and their experience in the game.
Can you explain a little bit about how those offerings and how those horses come into the Morning Line platform? I know that there's some Kentucky Derby hopefuls, some Kentucky Oaks hopefuls. How does that process work?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say there's two types of listings on the platform, right? There's horses that we have. Wow, look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Both Rachel's high maintenance trailers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like,
What are these?
That's all you.
That's all you.
You need it's your chaser.
Oh, wow.
It's your chaser. So there's two types of listings or horses on the platform. One is where we have an ownership stake. So Morning Line is on the bill of sale. We are on title. We are participating, as a 10, 20, 30, 40% owners in that horse. We're paying the maintenance, we're paying the training, we're paying the, the upkeep. And then there's other horses on the platform that are third-party listings. And I think this is really unique because it opens the door for owners out there to list horses on our platform and to diversify their own portfolios, right? Manage their own risk, get in and out and take some money off the table when they're not giving up ownership, right?
Exactly.
But they're licensing that horse to us, and what we're getting to benefit in is the future profit sharing of that horse. And then we get to share that with our users as well.
So cool. This is the first of its kind. If anyone's wondering, has this been done before? No, this is really an original experience in horse racing, and again, to the point of the stock market. So a lot of times with a minority interest or even becoming a shareholder of a horse, you kind of buy in and you're in on it. And this, you get to change around your portfolios, to your point of as horses. Careers change and evolve. You can kind of buy and sell those shares. And I think that there's been a couple really awesome success stories of users within the app that have made a pretty good amount of money doing this, right?
Absolutely. So, an example that comes to mind is Shilling. So that horse was, maybe a surprise, right? I don't think anyone maybe expected it to be participating in Oaks type races. But, she went on the platform, I think, at like $12 a share, okay? And just for those out there, really quick math, there's 50,000 shares per horse. So it doesn't matter if there's 1, 10, 20, 30% on the platform. It always comes back to 50,000. So if we have 1% of that horse on the platform, there's 500 shares available, okay? So Shilling came on at $12 a share. She won a listed stakes at Aqueduct. She was on the Oaks Trail, and all of a sudden, I think she was trading for upwards of $30 a share, right? Well, those users who got in at 12, right? Maybe they didn't like the race that she won, the listed stakes. Maybe they didn't think she was an Oaks horse. Who knows? Maybe they just wanted to capitalize. They went out and put their shares on the market at 24, doubled their money, got out, right? And made a nice little return on their investment. Meanwhile, those other people who, got in at 12, didn't sell, and were, at that $30 share price, they had unrealized gains of $18 a share, okay? So, yeah, there's real money being made on this platform, and, it's all SEC approved. It's a regulated alternative trading system on the SEC, with FINRA broker-dealers involved. So, I mean, we've taken a lot of steps to make this right.
It's really
I was going to say, you can use your knowledge of racing or of the stock market to play this game, which is really incredible too, right? If you're someone who's a handicapper or a gambler, and the way that you handicap horses going into certain races, that you like their chances there, or on the opposite end, you could very much play this like the stock market and sell certain things. Like the ownership aspect too is also interesting, where, yeah, you know what? I have the scores, but can I get off a little bit of the investment that I have, right? Make it a little bit safer for myself and diversify that portfolio. There are just so many different ways you can play from Morning Line IO.
Yeah, I think handicappers honestly have a little bit of an advantage because they can use their skill set to manage their own portfolio and really capitalize on their investment.
And this is only just the beginning, which I think is an important thing to note. This just launched how long ago?
Technically around Breeders' Cup last year, yeah.
But it's really in the phases now where we're marketing and expanding the base. This is a great room to be in.
Yeah.
And so all of this is very, very new. So if you're not already following along with morningline.io, highly, highly suggest it, because it's going to continue to grow and evolve, and should be some cool offerings.
Are there any perks for people getting in early or being involved from, kind of this ground floor?
Yeah, when we first started too, we were under a Reg D approval, which meant accredited investors only. So very simple, $1 million net worth, or $200,000, $300,000 of income. And so not everyone could qualify, but we took a lot of steps to really open the doors to try to create this retail marketplace. So now I can officially tell you, we are Reg CF, which is crowdfunding. So now you don't need $1 million to sign up.
Love that.
Yeah. And so real quick on the perks too, this thing will continue to evolve and get better and better. And one thing we're going to introduce is a gamification aspect. So the more you sell, the more you trade, the more you participate, the more money you spend, right? You're going to be climbing up leaderboards and getting different tier levels, similar to like a frequent flyer mile program with airlines, right?
Leaderboards. I feel like people here might have a little bit of familiarity with that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the more you participate, you're going to be able to earn rewards on our program. We're calling it M-Line Coin, and that M-Line Coin then can be redeemed for in real life events. So if you want to get paddock passes, you want to get box seats at the Derby, you want to get winner's circle ops, right? Go use your coin to buy it in our store. And if you can't go for some reason, let's say you bought it and you can't go, that's also tradable.
Ooh, I like that. There's so many different journeys that users can go on, and I'm really excited to see how this changes the game in the ways that people can get involved that's maybe not in the traditional ownership sense. So
we've had a lot of people reach out to us, whether they were owners, whether they were former owners, are saying thank you so much for something to allow me to get back into the game, that I don't have those expensive bills anymore, right?
We do have a question from a comment here. Is this for all horses or just certain horses?
So the horses that are available on the platform right now, I think there's like 23 that you can choose from. The plan is to add probably another 40 in the next like 3 to 4 months. As you may know from our marketing and things like that, a big brand ambassador and big supporter of Morning Line, and we really appreciate it, obviously, is Kenny McPeak. Yep. So Kenny is very much behind what we're doing. He's all about something new for the game, which is, this is what it is. It needs something. The game needs something to evolve, and we're hoping we're that.
Pretty good spokesperson coming off of last year, huh?
Yeah, for real.
If somebody knows how to win the Derby and win the Oaks, and there are horses pointing for the Derby and Oaks that we've seen in there, like Blackout Time and Taken by the Wind, right? And some of them.
Yeah, Blackout Time is scheduled to run in the Arkansas Derby in a couple weeks. I know he's not on the any of the DRF top 20 Kentucky Derby hopefuls right now, but don't count out Universe. Don't count out Universe. He's on the leaderboard right now, but he runs in the Louisiana Derby.
Nice.
And I think if he puts up first, second, or third, he's got a shot.
Yeah.
And I think Universe is one of these horses that he just won't go away. He just keeps he keeps hitting the board, right? He had one bad race, but that was excusable. But
put a line through it, right?
Yeah, put a line through it. But he keeps trying, and you never know, right? You just got to get in the starting gate.
It's really cool when you look at the marketplace, Alexa. I've got it up here. And so if
Awesome.
they wanted to find out which horses are available, and you go to morningline.io and you look at the marketplace, it's got everything, the shares, how much you could put in, and
they've got
if
a
you
big
go
couple
further
of
down too, like we're really transparent. Like, and I think that's what people love about us is like, well, first of all the stuff is there in the data room if you want to see all the legal stuff, but the pedigree is there. And then
Picture of the horse.
Picture of the horse. Oh, well, if you click on maybe one of our older ones, we post workout videos.
That's
and
awesome.
all the workouts.
It's incredible.
Right? So, like, you really do feel like an owner.
You're a part of it.
You're
And
100% part of it.
We've seen some places do a really good job with like micro ownership and things like that. But what I like here is just that very rarely in that aspect, you're kind of paying for the experience, which a lot of people pay for. You don't really usually get money back, or you don't really make a whole lot of money when you're part of like a big team like this, versus on this platform, you can make money all the time with your shares, and like that's
it's not only selling the shares, but every race we pay out dividends.
That's incredible.
So let's say we win $100,000 on the track, right? After trainers' fees and all that, right? Because we got to pay that. We pay out 75% of what Morning Line's cut is.
That's
and
what's
it, and it goes
really
pro
cool.
rata to the token holders.
No,
We've
it's-
already paid out dividends, and our users can attest to that.
That's awesome.
It's great. I mean, like, we've obviously partnered with you guys, and, our mission as America's Best Racing is to make racing fun and accessible and bring in new audience. And so this was just felt really aligned. Like, it's a great way for people who aren't rich, maybe don't even know racing, maybe they're traders, and that's their background. Like, just a new access point for people into the sport. So we really appreciate you guys being here. You coming to NHC, coming on the show. We're going to hear from you a lot more this weekend. Joel's going to hop on every day actually on the show, so we can talk a lot more about it and talk about kind of the upcoming races you have looking forward to with horses on the platform, so people can get involved in those horses before they start. But yeah, it's great having you here, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and yeah, look forward to seeing what the rest of this event has in store, and see you guys in a little bit.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Joel.
All right, thank you so much.
I'm going to play a little sizzle that our team made, and then we'll hop back and give you a leaderboard check as we near the close of this tournament.
That winning feeling is closer than ever before.
I'm now a racehorse owner.
It's like a stock market for racehorses. Morningline.io. Buy, sell, trade. Own the game.
There you have it. Well, I've put the leaderboard up, and we actually had a question in the comments I'm going to put up as well about the leaderboard. It's from Chasing the NHC, so we know you're hopefully in the room if you chased and caught it, but they're asking, can you break down the leaderboard example? We've got some up arrows, some down arrows, we've got mandatory and optional races listed. So the arrows represent the movement of the leaderboard. So if it says up 6, that means they've passed 6 people in the last update. And then it has
going up with Alexa Zepp's name on it. So
that's right. I'm climbing the board. I'm coming for you. Got 2 picks left. They're about to go, actually. And then the mandatory and optional. So in this one, there were 4 mandatory races. They are done. So if anybody does not have a 4 next to their mandatory, it means they didn't make all their picks and they can't make a mandatory pick anymore. So everybody should have mandatory -4. And then the optional dash number is how many plays they've actually used. So it's not what they have left, it's how many they have made and that the races have completed. So you can make 7 optional plays. So you see the person in the lead right now, Michelle Mount, who I think just stretched her lead out a little bit more with $106, but she has made 6 of her 7 optional plays. So she's got 1 left, and then she's locked in. That's her score.
Do you know her?
No, we got to find her. Where's Dan? We gotta figure out where she is.
Hang on. Dan, any updates? Yeah. Okay. So the ground report is currently stalking along on the outside in 4th at the moment.
Yeah, okay, and then this is Oaklawn. I have the 8 as well.
Okay.
Oh, so that was
6-1.
the tip that you gave him?
No, that actually wasn't. So we just ended up landing on the same horse, but that would be sick right now. 6-1 would be a big move.
A big boon. Sitting 3rd on the outside right now.
He looks a little loaded. He looks like he's got horse.
And you know that the day's moving along when Turfway Park jumps into the picture. They're not far away from getting started with their opening race.
Yeah, and those are the last 2 races of the tournament, Turfway 1 and 2. Okay, our 8 needs to make a move here. Needs to hustle. Uh-oh.
Trying, but
He's still got time. Okay.
what we need is everybody else to fade in front of him.
That could help.
Big early move from the 2.
Yeah. All right. Okay,
Come on,
here
8.
is when we'll find out.
Come on, 8.
It's running weird. Like, he looked done, and now he's coming to con.
Come
Yeah,
on,
I know.
8. Get up for second at least. Give us some
Come on,
place
8.
money.
Come on, 8.
Come on, 8.
Come on, 8. There's time.
Come on, 8. You got more. We know you got more.
Get up for second. Get up for second.
Hang on. It's going to be close. Oh, just a length off.
And then there was 1 pick left, my friends. But I've got a 24-1, so.
So one more big one to go.
You got to wave the tickets in the air with a little, as we go on, we remember all the bets we
made
together.
And then you're going to do the rap. I said I talked all night about the rest of my life. Where we going to be when we turn 25? And then I keep thinking life will never. That's about as far as I know.
Wow.
I'm just vibing.
We got to go to a karaoke bar here.
Absolutely. I'm down.
I think that there's
down.
one that's not far from the hotel.
I'm down.
And I'll tell you what. So this is the drink situation, by the way, that Dan brought over. 1 cup of ginger ale, 1 cup of bourbon, and I was kind of scared to like just try and pour the ginger ale over into the other cup. So I did this manual.
In the straw?
Wow.
Watch this.
Oh, gosh.
Wait, can we see? Oh, my God.
This has got to be for socials.
Look at that. It's taken me a long time to try and water that bourbon
This is
down.
like what my
with
son does when we go to dinner, and he's got like the ice cup and the water cup, and he's like pouring the straw.
Backwash
I'm
in
like,
that bourbon.
this is a mess. I just know that it's a mess.
Like, I think that there's some flecks of whatever I ate for breakfast in there now too. I'm getting all the protein.
Oh, good.
Again, the wheels falling off of my luggage were a clear indication that the wheels were going to fall off of the bus.
It was a sign of
weekend.
the next 4 days, like that were ahead of you.
You know,
from last night.
this is the first year in like 3 or 4 years I haven't been like deathly ill here.
Yeah.
I've been down in supplements and hydrating and being.
Usually it's
ready.
Alexa who has a crazy story that has nothing to do with the tournament whenever we're here. I feel like I have filled the void for our team with these
Taking it
past
over.
24 hours of chaos. But you've really experienced it all here.
I really have, and that's why I love it. You know, you just can't duplicate this experience. Okay, we've got, I think, 3 races left in the tournament, period. So people have got to use their selections. I'm using my last pick here at Fairgrounds. I have it on the 6, Cozy's Operetta, 31-1. I didn't love this selection, but I liked it a lot for the odds. I thought, I think the most likely winner here is the 9, which is the favorite, so that makes a lot of sense, right? He's ranked really highly on all of my metrics, but the 6 shows up here. You know, he's ranked 3rd, he's ranked 4th, he's ranked, 2nd in a couple of things, and at 30-1, 34-1, that's a shot I'm willing to take in a, what is this, like an 11 horse field? You know, a lot of chaos can happen. Gino, what did you like in this race at Fairgrounds?
Let me pull up as we're lighting it. I thought, okay, looks like we're going to get a late scratch here coming up at Fairgrounds.
I swear to God, if it's my pick, I got a
It's
jet.
a 3. So the 3 is a late scratch. It was 5-2. They're going to probably wait a minute because this horse was the second choice. This was like a major player coming into this race. I thought the 2 was interesting. If you wanted to go a little bit deeper, maybe the 10 to the outside, because at this point, it all depends kind of on where you are, right? If you need a bigger price, if you're someone who is, okayed where you sit. Ryan's right over there. Ryan, how are you doing right now? You're in contention right now, right? How many do you have left? 1 play left for Ryan. I just saw his name pop up a second ago, and he's sitting in pretty good shape. 47th for Ryan right now with
come on and report.
Let's talk with Ryan a little bit about how his day has been going. So top 50.
47th, and they award 47.
Oh yeah, and I have 1 play left.
Yeah.
Oh, are you
No
sweating
pressure.
it out?
A little bit, but the drink tickets help.
So that's a good point too. So the top 47.
Yes, I just got, Krabs was so nice, brought this over. So, to be exact, there's $167,587 in cash prizes. There are 1,012 entries. There's 538 individuals, so most of the room has 2 entries in this game. There are 47 entries awarded to the NHC between this year and next year, because if you are double qualified for this year, you can only get into next year. So, Ryan, you really are sitting right on the bubble.
I am, yeah.
Awesome.
So I got 1 play left, and I'm going to wait till the last race at Turfway to do it.
What has been like the strong play, or what has helped you today get to this spot?
Gulfstream was where I felt the strongest, so I got a couple good plays in there, and then that got me in good contention, and then just some other kind of 5-2 shots just kind of kept me along the way.
It's not been a big price day, really.
It really hasn't.
Why,
it's been low totals, as you can see from the leaderboard. Last year, I think it was around 100 was the cut line, and then today is significantly lower. I think the weather around the country pretty affected that a lot.
Oh my gosh, Colonial, for those of you that didn't see, in Virginia, snowing sideways.
A winter wonderland in March.
All over the ground. It's great to see all the racing from throughout the country, and I don't know, Oaklawn looks like a pretty good place to be today.
Turfway, Fairgrounds, it's all great, but
So do you know what your final play is yet?
No, I don't. I'm going to wait till after the first race at Turfway, after this at this at Fairgrounds, and then I'll kind of see.
So you got 1 race left.
Yeah, 1 race left.
You're playing the last race. You're locked in on the last at Turfway. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, I have here horse player, but tell us a little more about who you are. I'm sure people have seen you on our shows if you've tuned in, and you're going to see a lot more of them this weekend. A little teaser there. But
Yeah, a little teaser there. I'm going to be losing my voice even more than it already is.
Yes.
I really flew out of the gate a little quick today. I was screaming race 2, I think, and so my voice is paying the toll.
I was going to say, what's the cause of the lost voice?
Yelling for a horse to get up. The horse did get up, though, so worth it.
It heard you.
Get-up guy, too. Another get-up guy right there.
One time!
Get up!
I was hanging with Ryan not even a week ago in the Eddie Logan suite at Santa Anita. We were having a few drinks after a fun Santa Anita Saturday for Big Cap Day, and Ryan was plotting out his whole trip here, how he was going to be doing it, and how are Jackson and Noah doing, your other buddies, your podcast co-hosts? How are they doing trying to qualify?
Well, yeah, so we came into today. Noah and Jackson both had 4 entries each. I just had 1, so my goal was to beat them and get a seat, and I'm close. So hopefully I can finish that out.
And if you can do either one of those, beat them or get a seat.
I've already beaten them, so now I just got to get a seat.
Beautiful.
And I get the bragging rights there, so that's been fun. But, no, they had some great plays today. I personally, I'm happy that I only had the 1. I would get confused having 4 entries, knowing how to play those, and
which one's on which courses do you
exactly.
do?
I don't know, 4 entries. I just feel like if you're on, 2's probably enough. You know, if you're not on it for the day, because you have a cold day, like you're kind of on or off. And if you got 4, you're just going to lose 4.
If I had a bad day, it doesn't matter how many entries I have. I'm going to lose that day, right? Like if your opinion's just wrong. And I think on the flip side, if you are having a good day, that's why I love the format of this tournament so much, because if you have 3 or 4 5-1 shots, 8-1 shots, you could be right there at the top of the leaderboard just on one good day and a few good ones. So Ryan, we'll be rooting for you with your final pick, and I'll give you a shout out. I went on your show last week, talked with you guys. Make sure to tune into Ryan's podcast each and every week, because Ryan and Jackson and Noah do a great job. And Jackson gave out British Isles as a strong play last week, who won the Big Cap at a very nice price.
Yes, he did. Jackson has been he was cold all of February, and then he was so excited for March 1st. March 1st class president won the Rebel out at Oaklawn. He loved that horse. The week later, he follows it up with British Isles at 7-1 in the Big Cap. So March is what we say for Jackson. So he's off to a hot start.
If you're a young horse racing fan, you need to be following Ryan and his buddies. They do a great job. I love the energy that they have. They put the time and effort in, and they will help get you guys more interested and teach you more about the sport. So if you're someone who's new and you're young, and sometimes some of the old fogies are a little too dusty for you, tune into Ryan's show, and Ryan and Jackson and Noah will keep you entertained.
No dusty old fogies over there.
Fogey. That's a new one to me. Define fogey.
Old fogey.
Holy shit. Hold on. Pause. I got a 39-1 running in first place right now.
Okay.
What's happening? Hold on. I got to add this. Okay. I got the 6 here. We got a long way to go. I need to reserve my energy. But if this 6 fires, I'm going to lose my mind in the best way.
Cozy's Operetta. Wow.
Cozy on the front.
I obviously, as a bourbon drinker, I'm going to choose right now to back the 2. Bourbon Americana.
Rude.
This adds
Cozy.
Diversity.
Come on, Cozy.
Cozy, do it. Do it one time.
Dig,
One time, Cozy.
One time for Alexa.
Oh, Cozy. Oh, no.
Nosy.
Oh, nosy.
Oh, no. We got
Alexa
it.
with the big swing.
You know?
Looks
We're
pretty.
gonna root for the 9 now at 2-5. I think that
right.
would help
Now
me.
you're rooting
Yeah. But this 4, Mo.
You'll hear that a lot from players that if they don't win, they want it to be the favorite. And the reason why is that there's not a lot of movement that way. So if you lose a race and a heavy favorite wins, you're not really all that upset as a player, because if it's 2-5 and a few people that have 2-5 move up the board, that's about it. So you'll hear that a lot of the times where people will be rooting for their horse and then they'll start rooting for the favorite once they realize their horse isn't going to win. Either way, right? This is what we're doing as contest players. You're looking at the board, you're looking at the other players, and what's so cool about this contest is you're just playing against each other, everybody else. Like, if everybody misses the race, there's no movement.
Well, and that's part of the strategy too, right? Is like uniqueness matters, because if everybody has a 20-1, it's not worth anything, right? Because you're playing against each other, like Gino is saying. So uniqueness matters, and those mandatory races, the strategy in those is really, really important and hard, because if a long shot comes in there, we said there's 1,012 entries or something. Every single horse is covered in that race by a lot of people. So if you can find a horse that might be a little more unique, like an 8-1 instead of the 20-1 that you love, but you better be pretty bold playing a favorite in a mandatory race, because if it wins, if it doesn't win, you're far behind in the leaderboard. Speaking of, let's put the leaderboard up again now that we're 1 race away.
Ryan, you've been playing in these contests now too, and I know you and your buddies play in a lot of them, and it's like you need to be in some of them just to get the experience, like what Alexa's talking about, right? Like you're in a basketball game and you get defended different ways, right? You have to learn how to, come out of this, come out of that. The same thing in a horse racing contest, right? You're in a certain situation. It might be different tomorrow. There might be scratches. There might be a race where you don't know. You might not need a whole lot. You might be in a situation where you're like, man, I may have to pick this heavy favorite. It's one of those things where if you haven't been in these, you just haven't quite experienced it enough, right? And you almost feel like you got to be in them to start weathering that and start figuring it out.
Exactly, and I mean, there's so many different types of contests, right? Like, we're doing live win-place contests right now, but there's also pick and pray. You have to play that and approach that a totally different way.
And then
there's
pray?
live. Yeah, so like where you'll pick the winner of all the races in the contest before the first race even goes off.
Oh,
so
wow.
Right. You can't make a change.
Well.
Everybody's
you can't
locked
make a
in
change
at the beginning of the day.
Yep. So
wow,
that could be fun where, you are getting 2-3 races out. You
like
have
pick and
horses that are
praise.
in there. That was how I qualified for the last chance, first chance. So I like pick and praise too. That being
Nice
said,
about those is you don't get as much like stabbing, right? Because you don't have people picking just 30-1, 40-1 in the last race because they're down. They're actually trying to handicap the races as best that they can all the way through.
Absolutely, and there's also kind of an element of randomness to it. I qualified and I just picked all 5s for an entire Gulfstream card, and 7 of them happen to be winners.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
So I owe that strategy to Matt Miller. He kind of started just playing random sequences, and it worked. So me, Jackson, Noah, we've all kind of adopted that in some way or another on occasion, and it happened to work out for me. So, but then, we have the live contest where I've been up the last 2 days handicapping all these races, except for Turfway. I didn't think I'd get to the last 2 races and need to make something. So
You've got 20 minutes. Are you good?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
He's got 1A and 1B selected based off of the leaderboard. Is that kind of the mode? Do we get any insight as to what you're thinking just yet?
So these were actually on DRF Formulator, marking them A and B. That was just kind of my overall picks for if I was going to play anything kind of horizontally in the race, in these races. If I was playing something in this contest, it might not necessarily be those two. I'd want to see what the prices are, see what I need when I look at the leaderboard, and see kind of what's necessary, because, in a situation like this, you could get blocked by another player. They're ahead of you. They also have to get into that spot, and you're all on the same horse.
So is this the sheet for Turfway race 2?
Yes, it is.
So the one horse, this might be like the manifesto of why I think you should bet the one horse in race 2 at Turfway. Will Do It Live.
It's certainly the nameplay for right now, isn't it?
Do It Live! Which is essentially the through line and the theme of what is happening behind us. Is just, F it, we're doing it live. And I think that there's something to a horse name. Whether or not that horse hears our calls all the way at Turfway Park back in Kentucky, who knows? But I think the one Will Do It Live. There could be something behind that.
You brought up a good point. This happened last year. There was a horse Not Like Us, and you just started doing the Kendrick Not Like Us dance. You did.
I love it when
I don't think the horse has even finished the race yet, but the nameplay was there.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, no. I said put some jeans on that horse. Make that horse do a little two-step coming off of the Super Bowl. Gosh, I don't know. Call me a sucker for it, but I love a good name.
Ryan, what kind of a handicapper are you? What are the things when you're that you dive into?
Yeah, I mean, obviously first, and I don't think I'm super unique in this, you got to identify the pace. Who's going to be forward, because pace always makes the race, to go with that old saying. So I identify the pace first, and, I think it takes more than 2 horses to kind of have a pace duel and a potential pace collapse. So if I view a race with 2 speed horses, it can be a little difficult. Sometimes you'll have to really dig into those replays, see who's faster out of the gate, see who kind of digs in if they're headed by a rival, and see how they finish off those races. So that's obviously where I start. Jockey bookings go a long way. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the jockey musical chairs kind of a thing, because I think you can kind of get lost in that. But obviously trainers and then intention on where the horses are placed for all of these races obviously goes a long way.
So, Ryan, I got to say it. I see you got a nice watch on. There's some bling, some jewels within the face of this.
Yes.
We had a conversation earlier. The winner of the NHC gets a pretty blinged out Super Bowl ring. Would you wear that? Would that become a part of the wardrobe?
Absolutely, yeah. On
conversation starter for sure.
Definitely a conversation starter, and would be a part of my everyday outfit, I think.
Every day.
And also, if you win some serious money, are you gonna, add to the swag?
I'm thinking a Flava Flav clock is next for me.
Oh, that's a great call.
Oh, okay.
And I think you could pull off like a big Huggy Bear jacket too.
Oh, there we go.
Like
Yeah,
a real nice pomp and circumstance.
The issue there is I live in San Diego and it's 90 degrees.
Yeah, weather-wise.
I want to die.
Won't be able to wear that too often. No.
Okay, Ryan, I was just looking at the leaderboard, and I am astounded at how low scoring today is. Right now, the cutoff is at $60 and a couple of cents, which I'm now second-guessing my choice of a big long shot, considering I have $55 and maybe only needed to take a lower odds horse. But where did you say you were at? Like, how much money do you have?
I want to say it's either $59.80 or $58.80.
Holy shit! You just need to cash anything, probably.
Yeah.
Like, I think even.
Oh, I just saw it and I missed it.
Yeah.
It goes by so
Hold on,
quickly.
we'll search.
You're in
search.
54th, Ryan. You have $58.90 right now.
Got it. Thank you.
But you could even be in, because do they have on here how many people are double qualified? Yes, they do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, I'm gonna count.
Yeah, so
okay.
Because that'll show us how many people. Because there's only. Hold on, let me look at my notes here. There are 15 entries for next year. So the top 15 people who are double qualified get a seat for next year. But if you're in that top 47 and you're the 16th double qualifier, you don't get anything, and it passes down to the next person for this year. So it could be, it's actually, hold on, I'm counting. You guys talk. 1, 2, 3.
So for you, Ryan, this is what it comes down to at a contest, right? Like
Absolutely.
your last play.
This is great. This is why I came out to Vegas and why I wanted to participate.
If we would have told you this morning at 8 o'clock and said you're going to have one play left and you basically get a win and qualify for tomorrow, you would have traded that with us right now, right?
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's awesome, yeah. I know my pick for this race, so I just got to wait a little bit longer. I want to make sure the odds don't change too much, but I know the horse I want, and I know the hopeful winner of this race, so yeah, I'm just kind of waiting now.
Well, tell us.
I'm not going to say it.
Wait for a minute for the price to make sure the price is what he needs. And then maybe we can get
tell
the
you
plug.
guys after they break from the gate.
When they go, he'll let us know so we can root.
It looks like there are actually only 13 to 14 people in the top 47 right now that are double qualified. So,
and then how many of those people in the leaderboard are for 2027 seats?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not that there's so many people stacked in the front that it would pass down. So it does look like you need to be in
I
the
gotta
top
do something.
47.
Yeah.
But I have a play left for that reason. I know the horse that I want.
Us?
He was going to wait
It's a
for the
live
price.
money contest, too.
He's going to wait for the price a little bit.
Everybody's stacked in 10 cents, you know what I mean? Like nobody, but I'll respect your decision, but you should definitely tell us.
Yeah, we want to root.
As soon as they break from the gate, you will know exactly who I'm rooting for.
We want to root. Yeah.
Wait, you guys. Greg, if you can get a tight shot of my phone. So my parents are listening, and Ryan, I gave this anecdote earlier of my dad won a chili cook-off, and he won the ring, and she sent a picture of my dad's chili cook-off ring.
That's fantastic.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This could be you if you win this contest. I don't know that it's as cool as a chili cook-off ring. But it's a conversation starter for sure.
Are you good? I'm feeling it for you now. I'm like, you're
I'm
good.
feeling the whiskey and cokes I've had, so I'm doing great.
It's actually good.
As long as
you got to be lubricated.
As long
to
as
play.
they don't get in the gate before I get out of the seat, I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh man, guys, this is pretty intense. I still want to know, Dan, can you try to figure out who Michelle Mount is, the lady in the lead?
She's been up towards the top for a while.
She's got one. She reserved a play left for this last race too, so she's gonna try to extend the lead and keep it. Wow, it's crazy. $106. It's so low, huh?
I know one other guy who might qualify.
Who do you know?
Justin Horowitz.
Oh, Justin. Nice.
Okay.
Did some work with him when he was doing stuff at the Meadowlands? I think, yeah.
Wow.
And I was on FanDuel. I saw him post that he wanted to try to qualify, and he qualified, and he's on. Awesome. So good luck to Justin.
Wait. I see an NTR employee carrying around a big winner sign, so maybe follow her. She might be standing close to the winner. The likely winner. That'd be so great if a woman won this. Just saying. We would love that.
Absolutely. I saw my friend Judy Hoffman go by a little earlier. Judy Hoffman? I know her first name's Judy. Wagner, thank you.
Judy, only woman to ever won the NHC.
That's right. I saw her over summer at Del Mar. She was very good friends with the person I worked with, Betsy Christmas, out there for VIP services. So
Judy
is an amazing person.
Judy is a goat. Like, she will be on this show this weekend at some point. I think maybe Sunday. So stay tuned the whole time. But she really is so hysterical. And like we said, like the only woman to ever won this thing. She's been qualified so many times. She doesn't have a seat this year yet. I don't know if she's playing today to try to get one.
I would assume so. I saw her this morning before they started, and it looked like she had her game face on. So I anticipate she's somewhere in there.
She looked ready. I'm going to search.
She always looks ready, to be fair.
On NTRA.com, under the NHC tab, if you want to see the leaderboard for yourself, you can go click the last chance, first chance button, and then you can scroll down and see the leaderboard. And she is playing, but she's got $40 and one pick left. So she could try to hit, an extra $20 this race.
Come up!
Do we need to...
This is it. Right here.
This is it. Like, this is the moment.
I know. I want to play. Greg, is there going to be an issue if I try and play some music as background?
Play Lose Yourself by Eminem?
Of something? We're giving out 32. I was just going to play it off of my phone into the microphone. I'll just play the first couple notes of it. Let's see.
Okay, so right now, so you're just behind that.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
Bobbing and weaving. This is Rocky.
Okay.
This is Rocky.
Bobbing and weaving, Gino.
Yep.
We've lost our mind.
This is the moment of training.
Gotta be bobbing
This is
and
when you
weaving.
got to throw the punches. A little bit of this.
Cut line is currently
Yep.
58.70.
Absolutely.
To the top 10.
Right hook, right hook.
That was, okay, this is an uppercut. Okay, uppercut. This is a hook.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to, do you want to be the... Okay.
Do I want to eat one? Not
no,
really.
No. Do a reaction.
He doesn't want to take
Could this look real at all? Oh!
Oh, damn, she decked him. Did you see that?
Wow.
You either.
Rachel's,
Sign her.
The key
Rachel's
is-
beating
We've got
people
a
up.
WWE guy in it. Basil.
We
We need
do.
Basil.
Yeah, the
The key is in the
somewhere.
slap. We'll talk to Basil DeVito. It's in the slap, the fake punch, and then
Yeah.
the smack on the hand, so it sounds like you're getting the punch
Oh,
in, too.
you
So you
follow
go for the
through?
thing, and then the smack on the arm. What they do is you kind of
Show us.
you
Show
slap
us. Here,
yourself.
I'll hold
so,
it. Here, show us. Show us.
So you go for the punch, and then you smack
Do
yourself
it again.
after the
Do
punch.
it. Real
So if you
time.
go to the punch.
Oh,
Right.
you slapped me.
Yeah. So you go, I'm gonna slap whoever. Right? As long as there's a slap, that's fine. But you got it. That's the key. When you pull the punch, they kind of will sometimes stomp, and it'll be a stomp, or like they'll smack themselves instead of hitting the other person. That's
Same
why
thing
you
with
get that
the
sound.
chair.
Yeah.
You stomp with the
You do
chair,
the stomp
right?
with the chair. Yeah.
Don't worry,
Now they
by
do because
Sunday
they used to be
By Sunday you'll have it down.
they used to hit each other in the head, and then they found out about CTE. So now they do the stomp.
CTE
Probably
is a
better.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that educational lesson. Honestly, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't know.
When it comes to wrestling and WWE, I'm your man. I can help you
Wow.
out there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, tell us
We'll
more.
get into
Well,
that.
I'm so excited because one of the members
We're
of
back.
Team DRF is Basil DeVito.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk to Basil about anything to do with horse racing. I want to talk with him about his entire life in the WWE, where he was like one of the top executives when WWE was completely growing from like nothing into one of these huge industries. So he's going to get annoyed by me after I keep asking him to talk about wrestling stuff because
So him and Mr. McMahon, the McMahon?
he was like the third guy from the top in the WWE. He was a huge, very important figure from like the late 80s, 90s, all the way into the 2000s. So as you saw the like WrestleMania becoming a thing, I'm going to say it was because of Basil DeVito. So yeah, I'm saying that. I'm giving him all the
some serious
credit.
personalities in the room. I mean, this brings the people. We've got Basil DeVito. We've got Dave Portnoy will be competing as well as a couple other from the Barstool crew. We got Mike Mutnansky.
Elio.
We've got Elio. We've got Eddie Olczyk.
Yep.
NHL.
Yeah.
NHL.
So, I mean, there's some exciting personalities in this room.
Okay. I'm running for 2 minutes. I'm going to go put the bet in. I'll be
Go
back.
put it in.
Good luck, Ryan.
Ryan, run like the wind.
Good luck. We're rooting for Ryan.
Dan, you coming back? All right, yeah, we've got El Presidente coming up here. Dan Tordjman, everyone. If you've never heard of him,
Yeah, you're
I
going to
don't
have
believe
to leverage and request $120 from Ryan to get his phone and his laptop back from in front of you so that I'm covered from my investment. Or, you
I'm
have
good.
an
I got
You're
all
good.
sorts of. I actually have one of these implanted in my brain, so I can hear. I can always hear what you guys are saying.
Flip it off. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I just texted JD. I was like, I'm like, I miss this. I miss being on set with you guys.
Aw.
Like.
We miss you too.
Yeah, I miss you guys. I was just out here losing money all day. No fun. And I'm always like,
Usually
oh.
you're going to lose money on camera.
I know. So did he end up revealing who he picked?
No.
He ran away.
No. So we don't even know who he's picking.
He's going to let us know right before so we can root. So that'll be the key. Dan,
He thinks that if he tells us, all the people on the leaderboard in front of him are
They're
going to
gonna
know
play.
they're going to play, which is not going to happen.
The
but
masses
we're
watching
gonna,
this show.
We're going to respect the superstition because we're all degenerate gamblers and have those.
We're a little stitious.
Little.
Not superstitious, but just a little stitious.
Yeah.
So how did things play out for you today, Dan? Because you were trying to win a seat. I know that there's over 1,000 entries. where'd we end up?
I'm going to defer. I've got a big story to tell you about Claude. I've got serious issues with Claude. I'm going to let Ryan have his seat back for now.
He was playing with Claude AI. That is who made all of his selections today. So I'm very excited to see how that all worked out for Dan.
Let's get a little teaser. I'm going to search his name on the leaderboard.
We didn't get a chance to talk to Dan too much, but I will say one of the reasons why this event has become so big is because of ABR and Dan being here through the years, broadcasting this, giving people the opportunity to watch it from home, follow along. How many years have you been here now, Dan?
ABR than a last chance first chance handicapper because $5.
I'm saying nice things about Dan, and she's just blasting him right away.
And you're in 822nd place.
There we go.
You know,
but he's been around like almost since inception, really, like 12 years. Yeah, 10 years, 11. I mean, Greg's really been here since the get-go. 12 years.
And coming here each year?
Oh, since
how many years?
Wait, no one has a mic. Here, Dan.
He's still talking about ABR. I think it's probably been about 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
I think that we should get rings.
So Greg predates 2013. ABR 2013, first time 2013. All right.
Awesome.
Me probably,
That is amazing.
I don't know, 2018, 2019, I think.
That's incredible.
That's not when you came to ABR.
He started coming here.
First time, NHC.
Yeah, being here. But
I don't know, 2014.
And this is, and I'm not even someone who works with ABR, but this is one of the places that I was able to watch the coverage of this for years, and I was able to see what was going on. So when we're giving credit to everybody for making this event as big as it is, ABR and Dan and you guys were like one of the big parts,
Gino.
because
Wow.
we were able to all follow along. There isn't a radio show that's got the results for this, right? There isn't something that you flip on. We have to flip on to the streams like this. So it's fun sitting down here with you guys, and it's cool because I was watching and always had this on in the background during the weekends when I wasn't playing, and I was curious how some of my friends doing, right? And seeing them jump up the leaderboard or hear an interview with someone that I didn't know. And I always appreciate the coverage that you guys brought and helping make this event so big.
Gino stays.
Gino's a winner.
Dan bought me a drink, so I had to give it back a little bit. Yeah.
Ryan, 2
Yes.
minutes to post. Will you tell us? No. Okay.
No.
I will stop pushing it.
As they're in the gate, I'll tell you.
We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out very quickly.
Bobby, shake him up. Bobby's tuning in saying, I miss you guys. We miss you too, Bobby. We miss you so much that we've got to do it one more time.
Throw the stick over the fence, baby, because you didn't need it.
I just tried my luck with ad-libbing that whole thing, and not going to lie, I was not far off.
I was going to say, I thought she was joking earlier when she said she knew every word to that.
And
She's not.
We're having drama. Last tournament race, drama, mama. We've got a late scratch. And number 1, we'll do it live.
Oh, that was the nameplate for Rachel, not doing it live.
Think about the feeling, right? Like if that's your horse in the last race, and this is an important race for you, this is a difficult decision now. You like that horse, you got to call an audible with 50 seconds
play
left.
something else. Yeah, you
before they
gotta
come into the
pivot.
gate, you thought you were completely set on the one, and now you have to change. And Ryan, this is the kind of thing that happens in a contest, right? You could have been locked into that horse.
And this was the favorite.
Yeah.
I think. So
Well, it was kind of the co-favorite. The 1, 2, and 6 have all been kind of vying for favoritism throughout.
I'd be wigging out right now because that was my top selection in the race. So if I was planning to play and I just needed a couple more bucks and I said, hey, we're going to pick it up here, that's stressful. We see Ryan has not sprinted off the set, so we can narrow it down by 1. We know he didn't play the 1.
Narrow it down by 1.
We got 7 different options now.
What, you said $6?
Yeah.
I don't know.
About
What
$6?
do you have?
I'm going with the 4 then.
And the cutoff is
62,
62-ish?
4, yeah.
So I mean, that makes things close between the 2 and the 6.
Okay,
I bet on one of those.
Let me clear out Dan's name from the search bar here. So, but we've got ties in here, but that's okay. They account for it. So, 47th.
You know, I'd rather be wrong and still pick the winner than risk missing my top pick in the race anyway.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, now that they're at the gate, I bet the 2 here.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to hope that the 2 can get the job done.
Let's do it, Ryan.
I hope that it pays enough.
Yep.
I think it would get it done for you.
Come on, Ryan, with the 2.
It'll be close.
Yeah.
What? I think $6.
$6. Okay.
No. He needs less than that. It's 61.10 minus 58.90. He needs $2.02, 20 cents. So, I mean, some people will move up. So,
right.
10's a very safe bet. But honestly, even if you got a place here and a long shot didn't come in, you could still be safe.
I would feel comfortable with 6. I think if I would feel comfortable with like a $6.
Let's just win the race.
Let's just win the race.
All right.
And how about this, Rachel? My sister sees your dad's cooking ring, and she sent in her Dodgers World Series ring that she got last year for being a part of the team because she's an executive.
Oh my gosh!
And the cool thing about that, my sister, who's now engaged, she's going to be changing her name soon, but it says Buccola on the ring. She's not going to be a Buccola anymore, so I am taking that from her. That is going to be my ring.
We gotta. Okay, hold on.
We'll share the screen over here.
Sorry, now it's
okay. So Ryan's 2 pushed up from the inside.
Come on, 2.
Got to the lead.
Ryan, come on,
right
Ryan.
here. This is a trip that you could hope for.
So far, so good. So horse's name.
Horse's name is so far so good.
Yep.
Oh my God. We've got a 47-1
Good luck to everybody out there. If you're somewhere and you're hoping for this race to set you up and put you in, we wish you the best of luck. Or if you've already made it for tomorrow, good luck.
Come on, 2.
Good's moving up. He's stretching out. That 47-1 is done. That's not a threat anymore. You got somebody moving up on the inside.
The 4 is a little bit concerning for sure coming up the rail.
Booming. Make him go around you.
Come on, 2.
Have a little something left for Ryan
Have
here,
something.
2.
Come on, 2. Have more.
Have something, 2.
So far, so good. Keep it going.
Have something, 2.
Have more, 2.
Hang on to it.
Have something, 2.
Okay, you need this place. You need the
Hold
place.
second. Hold second.
Hold the line. Hold the door.
Come on, 2. Stay up.
Okay, 2's going to hold for
you got
second.
a place.
So we'll
now
see.
It's just now it's a waiting game.
Well, the 4 is definitely a price that I think
Can we roll the tapes? I think I said 4.
you might have.
Yeah,
Did
I
you?
think so.
Am I
Yep.
tapped into my
Why didn't you play?
third eye? Because I just like to make a wild guess.
What a race. There have not been that many long shots all day. That was a long shot. I mean, honestly, it's probably the first easiest pick to get to if you're not trying for a favorite in that race. So I imagine that a fair amount of people probably did have that.
I would think so.
And 8-1 would pay around $27, and considering we're talking about $60, that's almost half of what you need to win or to get a seat. So I suspect we're going to see a lot of arrows on this leaderboard with a lot of people moving up, but we'll see. We got to wait a couple of minutes, Ryan. So
the main mission that we accomplished here, though, is that you beat your friends.
I did beat my friends, yes, and they each had 4 entries each, and I had 1.
You had 1.
So hopefully I don't lose by 10 cents. That would be
oh man,
that'd be a harsh one, but we'll see. Obviously, I would have loved the 2 to win, but we'll see.
We'll see. I don't think there's a scenario where you're definitely beat. I think you could get in with a place if we're lucky and not that many people had it. But you just gotta
especially
let it out. Drink some more of that.
Since that was the last choice, I could imagine a lot of people making a really, really big swing on the longest shots of the field.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if they're not in the mix, that bodes well for Ryan.
The one thing you learn about this contest, too, especially today, is that today is a separate contest. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday is kind of a marathon enough.
Oh, yeah.
You think you're just playing the races, you're having fun. These contests are tiring all throughout the day because you're locked in each and every race. Your mind is constantly working. You're doing the mental math in your head. What do I need? What do I need? At the end of the day, it's like exhausting. And you got, 3 more days of this. So that's the one thing I've really learned is that these are not easy. You got to be in the right mindset. It's crazy we say, we can go out partying tonight because we don't have to do the contest tomorrow. But if you are,
lost, so now
right?
we get to have Vegas,
if you are, you got to want to keep your mind sharp. These are really tough contests, and if you're not playing it the right way, there are people that are, and they're going to beat you.
Absolutely.
And honestly, as we're kind of mentally pivoting here, I know we're waiting, we're on, bated breath to see the leaderboard update, but I want to start getting pumped for NHC.
Yeah.
So we're going to set the stage a little here while we wait for the final leaderboard update.
It took me a couple years to qualify, and then when I did, I was at the time the youngest winner ever, and I won my first NHC. So every time I come back here, I get goosebumps still.
When you come here, it's a different level of excitement. It's a different level of adrenaline.
So that's tomorrow, baby. That's what we're getting set up for. It's going to be pretty exciting. And I know that in previous years, the top prize has been $825,000. I spoke to NTRA earlier in the week about what the final prize will be this year. They said between $825 and $850, depending on how many entries we got today, because some of this obviously supplements into the prize pool there based on how many entries come in. So I'm going to see. Hey, Dan, can you see if the NTRA has an official prize for the NHC? Final prize. Because based on how many entries they had today, could have increased the $825,000. Do you mind checking in on that? We'll see, because, that'd be sick. I know some years ago it was $1 million. And then they've since changed the payout structure so that
it pays deeper.
It's the top 10% of people get paid. So if you've got, 800 entries, that's 80 people getting a minimum of $10,000. I hear clapping. I hear
celebrating.
Clapping. Hold on.
Leaderboard.
Okay, we've got the update. Let me scroll up here. Michelle Mount won.
Yeah, girl.
A couple of cents. We love that.
I finished 52nd.
Good job, Michelle.
52nd?
52nd is where I finished.
You got 52nd?
52nd.
Okay, hold on. Let's count. Okay, I've lost audio, so sorry if I'm talking over anybody. I can't hear anybody else. But I've got Corey Molis got another seat, a good friend. This is awesome. 52nd.
Again, we're giving away 32 seats for this year's NHC and 15 for next year's NHC. So anyone playing for next year's NHC has that 27
Okay.
at the end of their day.
It is $825,000 for the top prize this week, so same as last year, which is amazing. I've got audio again. Let me count. Also, wait a second. There's some people in here who have multiple entries, and you can only win one.
Okay.
So for example here, we've got a Ryan Bradley. I see at least 2 spots, maybe. Hold on. Let me refresh. I want to give you false hope, Ryan, but I want you to win.
I don't even know what I'm hoping for because I know there's so many people that are double qualified, so many people going for 27. I'm just going to wait until whatever the official results are.
This year and 15 NHC seats for next year. Those are with the 27.
So 52, Ryan, is where you finished out of 1,012.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not
that's not bad. I'm not upset about it, and honestly, if I do qualify or did for the NHC, I haven't looked at a single race for tomorrow. So that would have been a lot of work to do tonight and then for the entire weekend. So
either way, if you do, it's icing on the cake.
Absolutely.
And if not, then,
I still had fun, and I beat Noah and Jackson, and isn't that the overall goal is to beat your friends?
And you and I can go watch the Lakers play tomorrow night.
That's absolutely right. For anybody watching, LeBron is the GOAT.
LeBron, there we go. I knew you were going to go there. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, top 5% is
That's not
where
bad.
you round it out. That's pretty awesome.
I will take it for sure.
Really good showing from Ryan.
See my name, 94th.
Awesome. That's really good, too.
That's also very good.
Not terrible. I was close.
1,012.
$54, $55, you know, pretty close.
That's top 10%.
Need another $10. So we will lick our wounds. We will woulda, coulda, shouldas later. But I do think I got word that they're going to try to send the winner over here.
Nice.
I love it.
Yes, and Ryan, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to guess. So we're going to wait and see. I don't want to give you false hope.
It's okay.
You might end up on the bubble if we do, blackjack tonight.
Absolutely. We're in Vegas. I had a good day betting in cash anyway, so we're all fine. We're having fun. We're in Vegas. We're back on the ABR set. I got drink tickets. I mean, what more do you need?
And before we get to the winner, possibly, we're going to be starting earlier tomorrow, right?
Gino, that's a great question. What are we doing?
I think
we
we're
are
at-
doing that. So we
I
have
think we're at-
3 days of streaming. We start at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific time.
Yep.
1 p.m. Huh? Okay, we're looking for the winner. Stay tuned. 10 a.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. On Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be near the end because on Saturday is the cutoff. So only the top 10% move on to Sunday. So we'll be streaming for the end of it to see exactly who is making those semifinals.
Kind of strategic. We get to start Friday and kind of start the contest, get everybody set up. Then Saturday we'll be there around cut time, and then Sunday for the big.
We'll be there,
one, right?
yeah. So we'll be there for the very end of the semifinals to see who that top 10 final table are, and then we're going to stream the entire time that they're on the final table. So that is 7 races, I believe, the final table. And there's 20 minutes between each race or so people have time to handicap. Everyone's picks are shown, so you can know exactly as soon as the race goes off who's got what and what can happen on the leaderboard. And it'll be really exciting because it is a big difference. So 10th place is $75,000, which is a pretty good deal. But first place, like we said, $825. Second place, $300,000. Third place drops $100,000 to $200,000. So it really is like every single position, even if you're not going to win the thing, if you can move up 1 or 2 spots, you're looking at hundreds of thousands more dollars. So, pretty cool.
It is very cool.
What would you do if you won? Let's not go blue skies. Let's not say we win. Let's say we get $300,000. No, $200,000. We get third
Flavor
place.
Flav clock. Final answer.
Real diamonds.
Doesn't matter. Just Flavor Flav clock. Maybe 2 fake diamonds. 2 of them.
The Flavor of Love. Is that where Tiffany, New York? She came from Flavor of Love.
Yeah, right.
You know New York.
I love New York. Yeah, New York. I actually was. I'm not really big onto the reality shows, but that one was one that my buddies were kind of
Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love, and I love New York. So yeah, I was up to date on those ones for sure.
God, she's got to be the best character, at least in the top 5 if we're talking leaderboards of reality TV personalities. Tiffany, New York,
has to be
Pollard.
up there. Has to be up there.
You might be able to, have an in with her if you got the clock.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
That's our goals.
Rachel,
what about you? You win $200,000. The IRS takes, I don't know,
Their cut.
a lot.
Oh, God,
And then what do you do with
Bringing
your
reality into this?
Your remainder $150,000. Where's it going?
Ooh, okay. So I think that I would do a vacation. Probably something European. Bring the fam along. I think Tuscany is calling me. Maybe some wine tasting, some relaxing time.
I like that.
Go take a dip into the Adriatic Sea.
Wow.
I like that. And I would also buy myself a designer handbag, probably.
Of course, yes.
Or a couple.
My boyfriend's probably rolling over right now, hearing all of this, being like, invest. And I'm like, but a trip, but something fun.
Well,
and
to
right
be fair,
now.
you went 100. You could do both.
Yeah.
You could be responsible
yes.
and also go. Unless you're booking like a crazy villa for a solid $10,000 a night, you can be reasonable and still put some aside.
What's for you? Like, where's the next trip for you on the lot? Because that's where we follow along with you on social media. You're gallivanting all over the world. Like, what's next for you?
So I got to pull the plug. I got to cancel my flight to Dubai next week.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet,
late,
but that was going to be next, was Oman and Dubai. I was going to go camping in the desert in Oman in the red sands, and then go to Dubai World Cup. So hopefully that'll be on the table, in the coming years. But I really high on my bucket list are Greece.
Okay.
And Rome. Well, just Italy in general. Like, I would love to just do a tour of Italy for, a week or two. I think it'd be fun to either start or finish in Switzerland, and do, trains and maybe do some, see Pompeii, and that'd be really fun. I also would like to, I've spent a lot of time in Central and South America, so I've been trying to do some other things, which I've gone now to Thailand, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Paris, which is good. But, my Latin roots, I'm not Latin, but I say my Latin roots just because I've spent so much time there, are calling again. I would love to do the Machu Picchu Inca Trail hike. I think that would be really, really fun. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But that, I would like a new car, too.
Yep.
I would like to buy a rental property, be responsible, that invest thing. And then
add into it. Is it what's the name of the women's ownership group that you have? We're gonna get
Haphazard Racing. Yeah, maybe
a new purchase in there for the team.
Maybe get another horse, get some new owners on board. But really jewelry, I just buy diamonds.
There you go.
At the end of the day.
Awesome.
We love it. What about you, Gino?
You know what? I've never been to Disney World. And I know my son would love that. And my girlfriend, his mom, she used to work there years ago as like a lifeguard in one of the water parks. So she knows the area pretty well. We could do a little Disney World trip and go to a few of the parks over there. That'll be fun to check off the bucket list.
Love it.
A blast.
Yeah.
So that was what my family ended up deciding to do for Christmas.
Nice.
So we go to the San Diego area because that's where my grandpa lives, which his 96th birthday is this month. Happy early birthday, Grandpa. And so we went and visited him for Christmas, and my parents thought that the most logical gift that they could give their daughters who do not have children, we're in our 30s, was let's all go to Disneyland. Sure. And we were like, honestly, hell yeah.
That's a good call.
And in California, one thing you don't expect is rain. And when I tell you, it was a torrential downpour the entire day. And this was a couple days before Christmas we did this. It was pouring. It was hilarious. We were in our ponchos. Our feet were completely soaked. Basically, the situation at Disneyland in the standing water was exactly what I had described of my room, my bathroom flooding last night.
That was brutal.
I'm happy to hear that this is taking off.
Yes.
I like that. That's a good plan, Gino. And go to Florida where the rain can't get you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've gotten word. The winner is losing her mind. She's freaking out.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. As she should. I mean, let's be real. She just qualified and won $30,130. She's probably taking a nice trip next week. That's all I'm saying. But she's freaking out. And so she's not going to come on set right now. We are going to get her at some point this weekend.
Cool.
I think Dan is trying to find somebody who did qualify. I see a lot of names out there we recognize. But, at the end of the day, we might just wrap it up here and say tune in this weekend because we're going to have endless people on to talk about the tournament, their plans, their strategies. We'll do some handicapping for those of you who want to play along and bet alongside.
Definitely.
If you've never been here, get here sometime.
Yes.
If you haven't been here before, even if it's to come out and try to play in the last chance contest next year and see if you can qualify for the NHC, it is a blast. The energy in this room, you'll see a bunch of familiar faces that you know. You're going to make a lot of friends. Hopefully we're able to provide a little bit of insight to what it's like in this room because it is a really cool experience. It was my first time here last year, and I'm going to come every year from a work standpoint. Some of these years I'm going to try to get myself qualified. I'm going to be rooting for my dad, but it's just, if you're a horse racing fan and you love racing, this week you got to be here.
You really do. Last year was my first year here, and I'm going to be here for the foreseeable future. Especially because it's a 30-minute plane ride from where I live, so that's no
helpful.
problem.
That's helpful. No, I mean, and at the end of the day, if you don't qualify, it's Vegas, baby. We got lots of fun coming up anyway. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us today. We will see you more this weekend for the National Horseplayers Championship.
It's America's original sport. And no one covers it better than americasbestracing.net. From the sport to the lifestyle, the best races, horses, and destination venues, cocktails, gambling, fashion, and more. americasbestracing.net is a sport for you.